Okay. Those Fruit Loops were awesome. All right, hang on. I'm just getting our starting music all started up. Just gonna take a second. Apparently, it feels the need to reinstall every time. And 10 seconds away. And welcome back, children of the gods. You who dare to attempt a most impossible feat, to steal from Hades himself, to steal from the land of the dead, to take something that died and return it to life. Will such a perversion of nature be possible? Who could say? But you're trying it. Your daring outweighs your good reason, and so you henceforth go, such is the way of demigods, to go boldly where no man has gone before. No, that's not right. On your adventures, you've encountered some stuff so far. You landed on a small island and helped them restore a little bit of their altar to Hermes. You helped them restore them, the magics there, and told them the stories of the lurker of the thresholds, of you wary of this strange creature. You traveled henceforth, and then encountered some sirens, which saw a couple of you and no small amount of the members of your crew dive into the water to sort of draw ever closer to the sirens' beautiful song. It was Candybus's music that was able to sort of cancel it out and save the day. And in the end, the problem was solved without violence in Candybus. You may add, of course, I have made it in the homebrew, the counter charm feat has gained some new powers by learning the songs of the sirens. And last but not least, you have not today, but tomorrow is when you will get in to begin your adventure in truth again. But before then, you still need to go to Kithara. You decided early on between Sparta or the island of Kithara, and Kithara is to where you decided to go. So, we'll just head on to that part. You guys hopped aboard the ship, the Pentacounter, for a little while longer, yeah, the sailing continues until you guys come to a small rocky island. You make your way past the great mountainscape on your right-hand side, and into open water. And as you see it divot in, you're able to, from your ship, just barely see the coast of Sparta. You see the great and magnificent green valley that lays in the center of all of these giant mountains, the land of the most deadly warriors in all of Greece. But no, it is not there you've decided to go. It is to this small rocky island you've decided to go, this little maritime waypoint. It is not a bustling metropolis. As you guys are looking for a place to sail, it is indeed a place of stony cliffs, and you do find a nice cove to bring your ship to moor. And you hear the sound of goats on the rocky hills. You hear the sound of the wind, and you see no shortage of the waves of the sea sort of crash into one another and picking up a great deal of sea foam up into the air that seems to almost dance on the wind. You come into Moor. You have not seen any sign of civilization as of yet, but that surely can't be too far off because, yeah, it's not a very large island. As you sort of make your way onto this very nice beach with sandy shores, do you wish to make your way inward, or are you happy on your beach?
Probably inward, yeah. I will I will volunteer to go ahead and make land and see what there is on the board.
Okay. All of you are going to go forward, it sounds like.
Yep.
All right. It does not take long to find and hear the low sound of people living in the houses. This is not a magnificently large place. There is, as you come to find, a harbor on the other side of the island for simple fishing boats. Uh, Low stone walls dividing up different parts of the island, and at the very top, where we come to sort of the flatlands at the top of the island, is not a city, but is not a town either. This is a beautiful little town that encompasses the entirety of this island, and everything on the island shows many depictions of Aphrodite, the goddess of love. This is her island, and legend has it this is where she was born, and this is certainly the place where her following is strongest in the Greek world, is here in Kitha. There is a beautiful temple to Aphrodite that rises above the sea on the slightly elevated, but yet still the largest or the tallest peak, highest to the sky. Um, it is modest, it is ancient, it is shown some wear from the wind sort of sweeping down the stones, all of the hard edges being softened down into smooth edges. Not terribly, unlike the curve of a woman. No hard edges here, soft as the wind has made things. The air smells of the salt of the sea. It also smells of course, incense, being this holy island. And there's also a good sense of time in the air. The place feels alive as people move here and there and laugh and have general joy. This is a place of beauty. This is a place of blessing. And this is certainly a place of temptation, for the young ladies and the young men of the island seem to have been blessed by their matron with great beauty into themselves. People move freely, unoppressively here, playfully enjoying the day, even while trade is going on. Women walk freely in the streets. And everyone seems to be just like life seems to be well here. Life seems to be good and supple and well. You all come aboard. You guys are shot looks, most certainly. Those who spend all of their time valuing the goddess of love and beauty come to appreciate it. And in these strangers, there is much beauty to be found, for that is the mark of the blessing of the gods. Um, let's go around a little bit. Let's start with you, Vasiliki, as you come to all of this thick, thorough Aphrodite worship. What entices you? Do you? That's what we're gonna. That's what's gonna be the special question. What is it about the island that tempts you?
Mm, it's women for sure. I think Vasiliki's finds herself admiring all the different shapes and um, delicious bodies that roam the island. Yeah, I'd say she's mostly intrigued by women. Mhm.
And I will, and if it hasn't been clear yet before, I'm sure all of you find yourselves very clear about Vasiliki's preferences. As some rather attractive young men walk by, but her eyes are glued to the young ladies, and that is very fair. They're very pretty young ladies on this island. Dolion, what about you? Is it the young men and women that tempt you? Perhaps it's the gold offerings that are left near the temple. Is it something else that might tempt you?
Um, it's not the gold at the temple because he knows that he'd be stupid to take that. I mean, it's just uh that's for the gods. But he is intrigued about the lackadaisical way that the commerce is being carried out. It's just part of, like, no one's really all that intent on security of any kind. Because why would they be? They live a sheltered life. No one steals from anyone here. Why? There's no need. So he looks around and realizes it would be the easiest day of his life to take everything that they have. But I think he's also looking for something a little more fun to spend his day here doing.
Understood. The son of the thief god finds himself maybe respecting the the sheltered, as you put it, the sheltered life these people clearly lead, and that's fair. I'm just gonna start posting random pictures in Facebook to sort of put out the vibes. Thrasius, who is turning no short amounts of heads since these last couple days.
Oh no.
The great minotaur that you are, what is tempting you about this island?
Well, for one, it's just a very nice peaceful island, and it's a little nice to be away and it's good to be away from a little bit of the chaos of the open sea with the sirens trying to nearly drowning the other sailors. So
That's
that
fair.
so there's that for him, but also the fact that like he's looking around at all these really really lovely people here. He then realizes, oh no, they're all going to be swarming him soon enough.
Oh no.
So apparently I've been voted the hottest member of the crew, and apparently everyone's going to be swarming me. So maybe now he's like itching back towards the tents of the ship, trying to stay out of sight before I get swarmed. Yeah, go right ahead, and he tells the crew, "Go right ahead, gentlemen. Have some fun."
Ooh. All right, you're gonna just go wait on the ship?
Yeah, like he's waiting on the ship until the coast clears a little bit before he can disembark.
Okay, this is just a day of commerce. Like people live out in this and do things out in the streets. So you're probably have to wait till nightfall if you don't want to be seen by people.
Okay, he'll just wait. Like, get back to me. I'll think about what I'm gonna do. Someone else takes the next turn.
Okay, I'm gonna simply say Thrasius looks incredibly flustered by all of the scenes of Aphrodite, the beauty of the people, the attention, the signs, as if being in the presence of Aphrodite causes some rebuke to him, causes him some distress, which is not good. Not good. Vasaliki. I already did you. Candybus. My man, best for last. This is the island of your mother, possibly her birthplace. What's the temptation?
Oh, as you know, I am no stranger to temptation. I have no preference, whether it be man or woman. I am a lover of all. So my temptation here is to see those who also spread such temptation. I am fascinated with the people that are running this impressive temple here.
Fair enough. It is the temple. You being so used to, and so used to being immersed in the temptations of the flesh. You are also interested in the, the above of all of this. What makes it all happen? Absolutely. And I'm gonna just hit you again 3% because you didn't actually answer my question. I'm realizing. What is it about the island that tempts you, whether you wish to be tempted or not?
Even like I'm sure many of the people there are very lovely, but he also realizes, as uncomfortable as he is with the attention, he knows he needs to get off the island and probably find if there are any good supplies he can get because this is the last leg before the Underworld.
Again, you gotta answer my question. What is it about the island that tempts you?
There are a lot of hot ladies on here, okay? Is that what you want me to say?
Yeah, I did. That is what I wanted you to say.
That's what you want. That's what you wanted out of me.
It could be the isolation.
Yeah,
the isolation and the view is very nice. That's That's very promising
Hey,
too.
my man has spoken his truth. All right, that's that's what I wanted to hear. Incredible. So maybe that's another key point, despite himself. It's the thing where it's like the young high school guy, and he's like
Mm.
specifically not looking at the women with a little rosy cheek. You're like, oh, okay.
Damn it.
But yeah, you get here. Excuse me. To be clear, I say this is a small island, and I mean that in comparison to like all the other Greek islands. There's some huge Greek islands out there, but nonetheless, this is still a rather large one, and it would probably take a full day to go to one end and back. So there's still quite a great deal of surface area, shall we say, to this island. Um, but you find yourself in its most central little town here, central little city here. And Candybus, you wish to go to the temple. Do all of you wish to follow Candybus, or do you have your own designs? Thrasius wants to go shopping for supplies. What about you two?
I think I'd probably pay homage at the temple before I did anything else.
Very fair, very fair. Very pious. What about you, Vasaliki?
And scope out the scenery too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start at the temple and then I might end up the shops too. But we'll start
Fair
at the
enough.
Like, the most beautiful of them are going to be the ones serving in the temple, I'm guessing, so.
I mean, some things get very simple when you worship Aphrodite. Like succession in the temple, probably, exactly.
The club
Incredible.
model up in there.
Yeah. So you guys approach the temple of Kithra, and you'll have to excuse me for just like, no, I'll be good. Uh, uh, you make your way through the city to the island edge. It takes a little bit of a walk, and at the northernmost tip of the island. So it takes a little while to get there, probably. But we'll say you landed in a cove nearby. It's fine. And it would make sense that you did anyway. You come to the elevated temple. Built upon stone and risen above the rest of the town, not too much, but enough that it has the prominence you'd expect. Surrounded by beautiful cypress trees, you approach this temple where all of its stone edges have been rounded, where the very temple seems to have qualities you might expect from Aphrodite, where maybe somehow the salt of the sea has given just like a slight maybe just if you look closer, maybe a little pink on the side of it. That's sort of worn it down in this way, and you go to meet with the head priest. Let's see here. Let me find you a picture of a priestess. I'm sure this is going to be important to you guys. Who we got? All right, I like so many choices. Okay, somebody roll me a d6
Okay.
to decide which picture I'm gonna use.
I do.
Look
I
at
call.
this,
I call dibs.
All right, I call dibs.
And it's a 4.
All right, it's a 4. All right,
Well-
it's a 4.
If they're an Uggo, I'm blaming you.
You guys see this woman come out of the temple who is absolutely beautiful. She wears, a beautiful sort of like white tunic dress, which is a very sort of common staple. She wears various bangles and armbands of gold, and a gold girdle. around her waist, perhaps not dissimilar to her current most prominent gift she's received from her husband. This woman has lovely sort of greenish blue eyes and long, curling strawberry blonde hair that is filled with pink wildflowers. She's very young, and she's very beautiful, and certainly the most beautiful woman you've seen on this island so far. Her eyes immediately lock to all of you, Candybus, Vasaliki, and Dolion. And she approaches, and she says, with a bit of a smile, she says, "Seems I need to be careful. I don't expect if you hang around for too long, I won't be the head priest for much longer."
Fortunately for you, we're just stopping by.
She smiles brightly and says, "I am Priestess Elena of Aphrodite. And who are all of you?"
I am the Lips of Desire, Candybus.
The Lips of Desire. The Candybus.
The very same. It is
She
a great
sort of
honor
gives
to
you-
come and see where all this magic really began.
It is an honor to have the son of Aphrodite on our island. We hear tale of you here. It must be something of a blessing to meet the birthplace of your mother.
It's very much is.
Well, you are welcome. You're most welcome. And tell me of your friends. You must introduce me.
Of course. These are my friends. Vasaliki, formerly the Will of Zeus, now potentially searching patronage from elsewhere. I wink at her.
I cry a little bit.
Oh,
And of course, the wit of Hermes, Dolion.
a wit of Hermes. Well, it is an honor to meet all of you. So many demigods in one place, it must be a sign.
And there's even more of us still on the ship.
I see. Why do they hide on the ship?
They are. The intoxication of this island can be overwhelming for some.
It is true. I worry, and perhaps you should worry for those who find themselves overwhelmed by Aphrodite's joys.
I do. I do worry for them. But
Well,
it sometimes just takes a little more time.
I see. She smiles brightly. And she says, "Well, perhaps while you're here, we should remedy this. If there are those of you who have the blood of gods and falter in the sight of Aphrodite, perhaps they should be shown the light."
Oh.
Well, that is why you came as well, surely.
Of course. For everybody should know her love.
Everyone should know love. She looks to you, Vasiliki, and says, "I am sorry about your title, but Aphrodite has room for all.
Sure,
She may take you into her bosom."
I'm sure it would be a comforting place to find myself, but I intend to earn my title back.
Fair enough. Well, surely you have come to make offerings as well, but more importantly, we should perform, there should be a rite, there should be ceremony to celebrate your coming of here. And you must introduce me to these shy members of your group.
Most certainly.
There's Romulus to throw them at him when I need him. David Brandon.
She says, "Come, allow me to perform rites of purification and anointing." And she'll take the three of you into the temple. Or actually, no. What am I doing? She goes, "So rally your friends, and then we should perform the rites in the eyes of Aphrodite."
Quite wise. We will do that at once.
We don't endeavor to be too wise on this island. So,
That would spoil the fun, wouldn't it?
it most certainly would. Don't tell the Athenians. I will wait here for all of your return, but it has been a pleasure to meet you all.
The
Don't run
pleasure is
away
all
on me.
mine.
And she'll kiss you on either cheek, Candybus. She'll kiss you on either cheek, Dolion. She'll give you like a little look. Vasaliki kiss you on either cheek. She'll probably notice your like appraisal. I assume is ongoing. Yeah, so she will stand ready at the temple to receive all of you when the full party's been gathered. In the meantime, Thrasius are just gathering goods.
At the moment, before I pay my respects to Aphrodite,
Got it. What is there anything specific you were wanting to purchase here?
let's take a look here. I was hoping to see if I can't find anything. This is probably not the place to be looking, but could I find anything better than a chain shirt here?
They do not sell armor or weapons on this island, unfortunately. If you
Yeah,
wanted
makes sense.
weapons and armor, you might have gone to Sparta.
You would be lucky to find a loincloth.
God. Well, in that case, I try to find health potions.
They do have health potions. There's a small amount of disease on this island. No,
Damn.
on any island. I learned recently that living in ancient Greece, there's a 25% chance that you die of like a horrible disease or horrible plague.
Yeah, that's all. There's probably like all life before like penicillin or whatever.
Alright, syphilis killed you.
Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, yes.
They
so
just
will
diagnosed the
have-
wrong humors.
Exactly. So they do have health potions, most certainly. Yeah, you can mark off 50 gold a piece for those guys. Within reason, I'll say that you find. Let's roll the dice on it. You find 3 potions of healing at this one vendor.
Okay, 150. Okay.
150. You purchase it from this man. I think some things, as much as things are a little free and loose, and people let their women out of the house, or some people let their women out of the house anyway. Others are like, "Don't look at my daughter." But the men still probably. No, women. I think women ran the stalls back then too. But it doesn't matter. Either way, Thrasius, you find yourself at this little market, and you draw a great deal of attention and like awe, and you see some of like the younger ladies and maybe some of the younger men kind of chuckle in your direction and in surprise of you, which isn't the usual reception a Minotaur receives, which is usually like, "Holy fuck," like fear. But here you're just kind of greeted with curiosity, as these people are not kin to danger. They do not expect danger either, naive though that may be.
It is both nice to not have that, but also very uncomfortable. Yet still being the center of attention.
Yeah, you draw a lot of attention. A lot of people are interested in you.
Do-
The person
do-
says, "A good honored Minotaur. It's been my pleasure to service you."
Thank you. You might not be
All
the
the boys are. Sorry, go ahead, please.
you might not be the person to ask for this, but what kind of sacrifices most flatter the goddess Aphrodite?
Oh, well, and anybody would know the answer to this. That's a good question. Should say, "Oh,
Kissing.
no." You cannot sacrifice a kiss. I mean,
I'm joking.
I guess technically you can, but I don't think Aphrodite would approve of, you know, holding back on the kiss. Anyway, I guess it depends. Usually, flowers, fruit, apples. If you want something like sacrificial, particularly pigeons, or if you're really wanting to see her favor, um, a white dove. They're very hard to find and catch, but if you do and you sacrifice one to Aphrodite, you'll surely call her attention to you, without a doubt.
Internally, Thrasius is thinking, okay, I do need to sacrifice to the gods, try to get them on our side, especially for where we're going. But then again, if I get Aphrodite's attention, given everything that's happened to me, oh no. What would Athena think?
What would Athena think?
But
And as a note, folks, as far as the favor system goes, I was originally doing it like if you got 3, all of that god's rivals would go to -1. I've decided it's a little harsh. I'm gonna say you'll take a -1 drop as opposed to like going to -1. So you just like lose 1 point is all.
is Athena the rival of Aphrodite?
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, maybe I'll just
But you're not in danger of having perfect relationship with Aphrodite. Fear not.
Okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, love is the absence of logic, so.
It's true.
Do we know how to find these white doves?
I am no bird catcher. It is a difficult challenge. You need to be able to find one. They are on the island somewhere, but catching them is very difficult. Probably need a trap, or especially to catch one alive, you probably need a lure of some kind.
I know someone who could help with that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I'll go rejoin the others for now.
All right, awesome. And if anyone wants to roll a religion check to get like the expanded list there for Aphrodite sacrifices.
I'll roll which skill?
Religion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
well.
take any opportunity I can get.
Not my best.
Excuse me.
Let's see.
18.
18. Yeah, that's very good. I'm gonna just put it in her handout at this point. What sacrifices will please her? So just okay. I'll give it the bold too, so you'll see it well enough. All right, great. All right, here's her handout. And if you scroll down past the favor, I've listed the sacrifices that would please her. And yes, as you can imagine, the white dove is probably because it's the most rare and difficult to obtain, it is certainly going to be the most valuable.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sweet. I'd also say you probably organize any restocking of rations required. Thrasius, very good. Yeah, where's anyone going? What does anyone want to do? On the left,
I think as I'm leaving the temple for now, I kind of like catch my reflection in one of the pools that I'm assuming is around.
Sure.
And notice that my eye that's usually golden is now blue. And I realized that it must be because it's impossible in this setting to even comprehend what something like suffering would be and misfortune would be. So, kind of like the power that it's had over me for all these years in this place doesn't exist. And
Ah.
I'm realizing how heavy a weight that has been now that it's not there. And also almost dreading when we leave here, realizing that it's going to come back.
And excellent. And in such a time as ancient Greece, we all know there is no coincidences. There's no nothing happens without reason in ancient Greece. And perhaps this lightness you expect is I mean, it comes from somewhere, right? It doesn't just happen. Things that people like in ancient Greece, people didn't believe creativity came from you. It came from a god. If you wanted creativity, you had to call to the muses, and then maybe they may bestow upon you an idea that you might sing. And so in this Dolion, it's up to you to decide where it came from, but I think it would be pretty easy to say maybe Aphrodite has kind of lightened your load a little bit, lightened your heart, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we don't. My relationship with Aphrodite is not the best, but I have, because of things I did in my past.
Oh,
But
yes, I know.
for a long time now, I have not acted in that way. So maybe her distaste for me is lessening.
And as you contemplate, the one thing to be reminded about Aphrodite is she's a very, much like love itself, is a very sort of come and go, a person of great passions, right? Like the person you love ends up becoming the person you hate when they break your heart, and maybe even then after that things sort of swing around into a deep passion. So just because Aphrodite doesn't like someone doesn't mean she can be a little unpredictable. So, but point being, it's entirely up to you, Dolian, where you believe this levity is coming from.
Yeah, I think it has. I mean, as you say, I don't believe there's a coincidence here. I've never felt this way before, even in the temple of Athena that we were at a couple of days ago. So I think this being her presumed place of birth, this entire culture of this island, and all these people, their lives are lived in veneration of um Aphrodite, that it somehow has some sort of like ameliorating effect. That if you're like the whole island is like a misery-free zone essentially.
Yeah.
And he's thinking that like maybe when all of his adventuring is over, that this is where he will come to live, because it's the only place he's ever felt this light in this, for so long.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. Take it. It's inspiration, Dolian. I like the. I love the little story edition. I love that.
Other than that, I did want to go and check out the marketplace as well, because I do want to buy like bunches of flowers, because I want to try and take those with us to the Underworld. And if they have like sweet cakes or something like that as well, just like buy a bunch of those and a bunch of flowers as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember Vasaliki saying she wanted to go to the market. Candybus, you as well?
No, I think I'll take a detour on my way to rallying the rest of our troop to revisit the temple. I think I'm going to walk the beaches and try and find some beautiful flowers and seashells to leave as my offering.
Fair enough. And so you do. You meander off. You might find yourself sort of barefoot and, enjoying yeah, enjoying the feeling of sand under your feet. Not all beaches in Greece are comfortable beaches. Uh, but yeah, you enjoy that. And why don't you give me a little, just like a simple survival check to pick flowers, to find some nice flowers.
Simple survival. All right. Can I get advantage from a god here?
Sure, you can.
Which god do I want to choose?
Zeus, help me pick the fuck out of these flowers.
Um, let's do Apollo.
All right.
Let's do Apollo and try and call on his knowledge of such uh botany and sea life.
Fair enough. The bard god.
21.
21. Yes. The DC was like 10. Not even that. It was like 5, maybe 10. You easily find like the most beautiful of flowers here and there. Um, Absolutely gorgeous little flowers of pinks and blues and yellows. Uh, Magnificent find. Uh, and because you rolled so well, I'll say that like in your little hunt, you find your way sort of into the coastal wooded area and find yourself to many beautiful sights. I'll post a couple to give the idea. I think when it comes to Aphrodite, especially aesthetics are pretty important. So I'm trying to keep up with that. Yeah, you come up to a waterfall. That's kind of like this. It's a little sort of like hidden. Uh, how do I put it?
A lagoon?
It's a little hidden sanctuary where the water is like a bluish green, a little turquoise. Flowers grow upon the stones and water runs down the edges. And it's this sort of secret place where beautiful flowers seem to grow. And maybe there's a couple of women are bathing in this secret little site, which you might spy upon if it was your wish, Candybus, to witness their beauty.
Uh, Probably not. There's beauty all over the island. I don't need to do it in the shadows.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Uh, Passing the tests. You find some lovely flowers, but you let them be. And yeah, you've got plenty already anyway, and you're not going to uh, uh, ruin these young ladies and their privacy. It is considered very bad taste to be. Fair enough. But yes, you have a lovely bouquet of flowers. At which point, Vasaliki Dolion, you guys will come to the nice little market. It is no sprawling Athenian market, but it'll serve its purposes. To where you probably find a very stiff Thrasius in the market, very uncomfortable by his surroundings. Yeah.
Do do I have a little group of followers behind me, Ryan?
No, no, not at all.
Oh, okay. Well, that's at least the stats.
Dolian, you easily find some young girl's stall where she's selling flowers. She's like literally like a little flower girl. She sells flowers, and she'll sell you flowers right out of her basket of your choice, for like 5 copper. And then if you want to go hunting for sweet cakes, very easily achieved. So you can mark off like, yeah, maybe call it a silver and all, and you could have purchased like a really nice honey cake and some lovely wildflowers.
Okay.
What about you, Vasiliki?
Or it's a bit of a long shot, but is there like, I don't know, like an Aphrodite supply store or like
Ah,
a or like a potion shop or something
At
like
potion shop I pointed to the
Uh,
stall.
Aphrodite supply is very funny.
There is absolutely an Aphrodite supply shop. Yeah, Thrasius, you're like, oh, dude, I got you. The guy who sold me these potions told me there's more potions over here. And this is me roping you in, Thrasius. 'Cause, yeah, you're like, you know what you're asking for, Vasaliki. Thrasius does not. I think just giving your two backgrounds. And you guys walk into probably one of the few actual shops, like actual businesses that are run out of a building, a small building, but a building nonetheless. And you walk into this like lovely little shop. It's decorated as best as it can be with like, nice colors and tapestries, but the interior is filled with little clay bottles. And uh, uh, there's a number of items on the shelves that are absolutely what we would call an Aphrodite supply shop, meant to supply those interested in love and amory and such. Um, and I think I had a picture earlier that I wanted to use, and this is time. Um, so we had a sort of like pinnacle young beauty sort of priestess of Aphrodite earlier. This lady is definitely like a bit more, I wouldn't say older, but she's certainly not blooming in her youth, let's say. Um, she's a little more curvy. And she wears like white silks and pinks and is just like dressed lovely. It's going to be this lady here who I'll pose. You walk in, and she'll walk right up to you, Vasiliki. And she will say, welcome, my dear. Welcome to my shop. You'll come looking for the supplies of Aphrodite. Oh, my. And she'll look up at the big bowl man and go, look at you. She'll look directly at your loin area and go, look at you. My. Oh,
The
see,
bowl
Poseidon
size.
has brought something on board to our shores that I never. Anyway, you have brought your lover?
No, this is Vasiliki, daughter of Zeus.
Daughter of Zeus? Who then is the strongest bull amongst you?
Vasiliki, I'll be waiting outside.
Oh, don't be like, you come here, you come here. And she'll take you by the arm, very serious, to kind of pull you back. And she goes, no, no, no. I play raps. I play rap. It's okay. Let's see if we can get you something that you might like, my big friend. And she'll take your wrist, Vasiliki, draw you deeper into her shop and display her goods. Be like, what is it? Tell me, my friends, what is it that you come into my shop for? What are you looking for?
Well, I'm hoping you can help me with finding an incredibly powerful love potion.
A love potion.
Faces gives you a look like
What? What's wrong with a love potion?
I'm just surprised Vasiliki's looking for one.
Me too. You must have no trouble drawing the attention of the men.
Well, it's not for me, you see. It's for one that probably has challenges finding a mate, and I would like to help it along.
Ah, ever the the great helper. You know, I do sell potions. It's true. I do sell such feathers of love. I mean, it is Kithera. How do I not? I know you're not so guy. Kithera, we run things differently. On the mainland, if someone heard you running love potions, they'd be like, oh, witch of Hecate. But no, no, no. These are blessings of Aphrodite. So yes, I do sell them. Filters of love, they are not easy to make, my dear. They are expensive. But you must tell me. Draw close to me and and whisper in my ear and tell me about what you wish to use this for, and perhaps I might infer Aphrodite's discount.
She'll lean in and very closely whisper in her ear, I wish to bring Cerberus to his knees. With
She draws back in utter shock. Cerberus? The guard dog of the Underworld?
the very one.
You're... I'm completely shocked. Because I cannot begin to understand what it is you mean. I will send it to you, of course. She doesn't know how to take this at all. She's like, okay, for 400 gold, I'd be happy to sell it to you.
400.
It is an uncommon magic. Oh, sorry, 200 gold, because it's consumable. So 200 gold pieces.
200. That's a mighty fine price there.
Yeah, like I said, it takes a long time to make them. It takes me about a year to actually acquire all the ingredients to create it with. It's not easy.
And how exactly does it work?
Well, when you drink it, the next person or creature of any kind that you see within the next couple minutes will be the object of your every desire. You'll be charmed by them entirely. For about an hour. But make no mistake, the filter of love may give that first sort of, press of love. The blessing of Aphrodite is brought upon rather firmly for the first hour. But if you wish to maintain the desire, that is like any other relationship you must maintain.
Understood. Well, I think this will do the trick. Thank you. And she'll hand over 200 gold.
She hands you the filter with strangeness and suspicion. And yeah, there's a bit of an energy of like, okay, you can leave my shop now. She'll look to you, Tracy, and says, is there anything that you wanted?
I already bought some health potions. Is there anything that can help? But what do you have?
I have many things. I have perfumes. I have clothing. I have special instruments of pleasure. I have anything that I have flowers. I have gifts. I have candies. I have anything that might entice one person to another.
I suppose I'll buy some candy for the road.
Very well. And she will sell you like a little box of like honey cakes or treats or what have you. We could say like we'll call it a silver.
Okay.
But really well packaged and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, as we leave, I would like to ask Thrasius, why are you so hesitant to open your heart to love?
Well, follow me. And I'd lead her out of the shop.
Yeah, no
Like,
problem.
and I explain to her. Let me find somewhere private, and I explain to her where, and I ask her, "What do you know about Minotaurs?"
About what?
My people.
Minotaurs? Minotaurs? Just that you're generally barbaric and unhygienic?
Damn.
You're the exception, of course. I mean, on the barbarian side, at least.
Double damn.
There's a you get a deep sigh from him. But do you know anything of our origins, where we came from?
You told us, right? I'm pretty sure you told us at some point. We got the whole lore on minotaurs.
Maybe a history check, Vasaliki, or
I give a guidance.
you can hold.
Please remember,
Yes,
I
it's
just
okay.
said this on the last island.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that. Like, I remember.
Oh, then you're good. If you remember it, then you're good.
Then yes, I do know the history of minotaurs.
The whole shame of my people is born out of wild, uncontrolled passion. If I want a future for my people, we can't. That is not something that is not the direction of. That is not the road I must tread. That's hence why I sought out Athena in the first place.
The road you tend to lead is a very lonely one. We all need someone to warm our beds at night and our hearts too.
Feels like I assure you because of my fur, my bed tends to be very warm.
Well, I do agree that the obsession can be detrimental, but love in itself is beautiful, and it gives us something worth fighting for. So I encourage you to open your mind and your heart, and perhaps tonight when we go back to the Temple of Aphrodite, you'll come to better understand her boons and gifts.
I have great respect for all the gods of Olympus. It's just some I'm more cautious of than the others.
I understand. I just enjoy the benefits of Aphrodite myself so greatly that I'd hate to see a comrade suffer needlessly.
You truly are your father's daughter.
And I could say the same of you.
Yeah. Well, my father doesn't have the problem of finding mates. I have 14 siblings.
Oh wow. Are they all minotaurs?
Yeah. Oh yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I tend to be the smaller of the bunch.
Father apparently didn't agree with you, the whole staining compassions thing.
Yeah. He chose a different direction than him.
Well, if this love potion situation doesn't work out with Cerberus, maybe you'll be getting it instead, and she'll give you a week and start heading back towards the temple.
Do you plan on finding a large another large dog in the underworld for Cerberus?
Well, I do. I want to ask Artemis if there's a beast that could contend with Cerberus in such a way. Maybe it's a bit of an elaborate plot, but if we could entice him with food, with the love potion in the food, and then present a possible mate for Cerberus, it could lead to a distraction long enough for us to get by him. It's true.
Mm-hmm. Like you say, they say that one way to at least get Aphrodite's attention is, if you do want to get her attention, would be to seek a white dove. Those are prized sacrifices to her, and I can't think of anyone more capable of finding an animal in the wild than you.
Sure, that'll be easy enough, I suppose. I just learned this new spell I've been wanting to try out that controls beasts. So perhaps I can even have one land in your very hand.
There's clearly no one I trust more than this. more for this than you.
Excellent. Well, let's set off, see if we can find a dove.
And I'll try to maybe open my heart more to love. If the right person if the right person comes along, maybe, I don't know.
There we go. She'll like give you a little elbow in the ribs.
She breaks
Nice.
one of your ribs. I get it.
She's her head's about the height of my ribs where I am standing. But
You really got to get it up there.
Yeah.
We have I know it's like,
Yeah.
this little jump. Ka-cha! No, kidding.
Well, let's get going.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Just threw that. She breaks one of your ribs. You're like,
I did.
what?
Oh, it's okay. I heal myself. It's okay.
You're good. You're good. You're good. She doesn't break your ribs. Awesome. Yeah. Why don't we do this? Candybus, as you're on your way back, you kind of make your way past the beach where your ship is moored, and all of your Athenian warriors have kind of like set up camp on the beach and getting all things set up. And dutiful Romulus is there, keeping an eye on things, making sure everybody's all set up, getting everybody all quartermastered in, who has not yet had the opportunity to explore the island.
Well, Romulos, where have you been? You've been missing the fantastic temptations of this beautiful island.
Well, I gotta get Eric.
By all
Well,
means, take your time.
Thank you, Candybus. It's regrettable that I have not had the opportunity to bathe in the waters of this beautiful island. But, well, I suppose someone has to make sure men don't run off on their own adventures.
Well, come along. I was sent to gather the rest of us to be anointed in her loving grace.
Does that mean what I think it means?
It probably means what you think it means.
Well, lead the way, son of Aphrodite.
That is the greatest honor I have.
I'm sure.
Excellent. You guys head up, and Romulus, you find yourself on a lovely island. This place, when you came into, to make harbor here, it was a compared to other Greek islands, small, but it's still large enough it would take several hours to cross the island, so it's fairly big. It is surrounded in like rocky cliffs, but there are many little bays within those rocky cliffs where there's soft sand and the water sort of splashes together and becomes, great dancing plumes of foam as the water crashes into itself. And as you come up into the village, you're going to see a rather lovely village where generally people move with ease. There is not a sign of weapon or armor in sight other than what you might bear. Women move freely about the streets alongside the men, by and most part. And everyone sort of moves with ease and a carelessness of a people who do not know danger or violence. Here on the island of Aphrodite, things are supple. Things are lovely, and even the very hard edges of buildings have been softened by the wind swept by this windy island. And these sort of older buildings, all of their hard edges have been sort of ground down into softer edges, kind of like the curve of a woman, if you will. And yeah, Candybus, you and Romulus make your way through. Was there anything abroad that Dolion you wanted to do before the party unites the temple?
No, I think I got the things I wanted. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Cool. Then we'll say, you guys all kind of, oh, hey, like as you're walking through the market, you, we better go. And you guys are going to find your way back to the temple, where you're going to find Priestess Elena. Again, sort of long, curly, strawberry blonde hair, gold bangles, and a golden girdle, barefoot, with sort of bluish green eyes. She's definitely a physical exception to Greek, to the way things are by the Greeks. Greek individuals usually are sort of tanny, darker skin, black hair, brown eyes. But there are some exceptions in this Greek world, those particularly blessed by the gods. And she seems to be one who has been blessed with beauty by Aphrodite, much as all of you have. She welcomes you all back, and she will sort of, I think, approach, because I can't see Thrasius, I'll say you first, Romulus. Her image is in the Facebook chat. She's got the pink flowers in her hair. And she will say, now, where have you been hiding?
It would appear that duty has delayed my travels. And
Duty, was it?
indeed.
And she smiles at you, and she will sort of put out a hand and say, or actually, no, she'll come forward and kiss you on either cheek, as is standard. And she will say, I am the Priestess Elena of Aphrodite.
Priestess.
And she will then turn to look to you, Thrasius. She'll say, you may be the first Minotaur who has graced these shores.
Oh, it's an honor. It's an honor to bear that title.
I am Elena, Priestess of Aphrodite, and you are?
I'm Thrasius, emissary of Athena.
See. That explains where you were hiding. Come, let us all perform the rites. I am sure your all being here is no small coincidence. We should see what Aphrodite has in store for us all. Come. And she will invite you inside. Can't hear you, Vasaliki.
Did Thrasius and I have time to find that dove?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear any apprehension. Did you want to do that before you came here?
Yeah, I think that was the intention, right?
Sorry?
That was the intention, right, Thrasius?
I didn't know how long it would take, but I thought like it's something you wanted to do. It would be something you wanted to do. If on a time crunch, okay, maybe not, but it's up to you.
Surely you can wait until after the rites. We'll be here for the day at least.
Yeah, that's fine.
And finding such a bird would not take 20 minutes. It would take probably on an incredibly lucky roll, maybe like an hour. Or probably more.
Vasaliki, who are you looking to impress on this island?
It's for Thrasius's benefit, actually.
Thrasius?
Yep. He's the one that asked me to locate a dove for him. He has a special offering he'd like to make to Aphrodite.
Oh, you do.
It wasn't for me to try and find love. It was simply for me to honor the gods and hopefully bring forth good graces to our group. That's all it was supposed to be.
Well, if you offer a dove to Aphrodite, you best be ready for the gifts in return.
You finding love will mean more than 100 doves.
Uh, I think Elena will say, "Tell me, mighty Minotaur, why do you fear love?"
Like, so it's like, I do not fear love. I am not afraid of love.
Of course. Why are you apprehensive, almost violently apprehensive to love?
He's just waiting for the right person, okay? I'm
sure
joking,
you are.
Thrasius says, I'm simply trying to remain focused on our mission at the moment and trying to live up to my duties to Athena and to the Olympians overall.
May I say, under the patronage of Athena, you will surely become great. You'll surely achieve many clever victories and so on and so such. But life is short. I heard a rumor, to look over at you, Vasaliki, that elves can actually live for hundreds of years, but it is not common. Is that true? Well, he'll look at all of the fucking elves, actually. Sorry, she comes from the Amazon. She comes from the Amazon side naturally.
The 4 elves and 1
but
Minotaur.
she'll look to the 4 elves and go, I hear your people have the ability to live for hundreds of years, but it is incredibly rare to do so. Yes? Am I mistaken?
That is true. And even rarer for those that make it to such ages to actually have lived.
Exactly. She'll turn back to you, Thrasius, and say, our world is a dangerous one. There's disease, there's war, there's famine, and there's the gods. You may become quite victorious and well-renowned as with Athena's patronage alone, but without Aphrodite, what is it all for? Without Apollo, what is it all for? Now, you don't need to respond. I know I'm right.
God.
As you're inside here, you will see that the interior of the temple is rather simple. There is no gold, there is no offerings of great value in coin. You get the sense that the island of Kithra isn't actually probably that wealthy. Like they don't have a great deal of like gold and silver and jewels. Like if someone were to come and raid this place, they probably wouldn't gain much. And maybe that's part of their unintentional defense is that this place is not particularly beneficial to roll over. The only thing you'll really gain is the anger of Aphrodite. And like maybe, there's better items to it. As in the heart of the temple is where the greatest jewels should be. But it is not decadent. There is no gold. There is just the sea wind, incense, and a simple altar to Aphrodite. She will anoint each of you with oils. Speaking in Celestial, she'll sort of put oils on you, on your wrist, on your neck, on your forehead, almost like putting perfume on somebody. She will speak rites of purifications, where she'll essentially cast clerical spells that will purge you all of any impurities or darkness that may be upon you. And perhaps for you, Dolion, you feel that weight continue to sort of lift and ease under these rites. Maybe your tension, Thrasius, is alleviated in slight, and so on and so forth. The purifications of love and beauty sort of bring a calm. And lastly, she will stand before the altar. And she will say, as the last part of this rite, I would invite each of you to step forward one by one and answer this question. What do you love enough to die for?
Thrasius will go first. The future of the city of Athens, and the how should I say this? And the prosperity of my people. Of the Minotaurs, he means.
She nods and smiles and bows her head to you. Would anyone else wish to answer the question?
Yes. I would die for Aphrodite herself, for without her, love cannot be spread to others, and that is what's most important to me.
She smiles at you, says, brown nose, winks at you with a big smile.
So, Thrasius whispered to himself, "Tell me about it."
You don't know the half of it.
She will smile and look to the rest of you. She invited you. You do not need to participate, but if you wish to, it's part of the right.
I personally do not there are many things that I would die for. But I don't know if I love anything.
Looks at you quite sadly. There is nothing that you love enough to die for? It's okay, the answer's no.
I mean, surely. We all love something enough to die for, so much to the point that we are stopping here on our way to the Underworld to rescue a soul that was taken before his time.
We'll have to circle back to that.
Anyway, we are all dying in one shape or form to accomplish this goal.
Perhaps the legacy of my father, the honor of my mother. I love them enough to die for.
She smiles at you. She says, very honored. And it is also not wrong to say that you don't have something like that yet. So, thank you.
I'll
yes,
go
Tom?
off. Yeah, I'll go off. With this newfound weightlessness that he's feeling,
Yeah.
realizing, what led him to be captive of misery. I think he's going to say, and maybe in a whisper, redemption.
See. A love of self. And she'll look last to you, Vasaliki. Do you wish to participate?
There's much that I love so much that I would die for. My people, the Amazons, my sisters, I would give my life gladly protecting them. My first love, Irene, the glory of Athens, my own renown and legacy. The gods, the Olympians, especially Zeus, and of course my comrades standing with me here today.
Lovely. Lovely. She says, then let this rite be complete, and may your next journey be one a little bit more blessed. And each of you are going to gain a temporary blessing of Aphrodite, which will grant you advantage on one saving throw while you're in the Underworld. You may expend this at any time.
Okay.
As you enter the Underworld, this will become available to you. There may be other benefits, but that is the one you're aware of. It says, with the rite complete, if I may provide some small guidance to such great demigods as yourselves, and say only that I hope all of you find something that you love and have such passion for, worth dying for. As you have, some of you said, be wary of the difference between duty and love. They are two very different things. Where duty draws the mind, it is love that draws the heart. I find. But thank you for participating in this rite. We will have to have a festival this evening to celebrate your all being here and setting off. Excellent. And just that. She will set you loose if there's nothing else you wish to do. She will stop with you, Candybus, and say, "May I speak to you?"
Of course.
I have two things I would wish to ask. The first of which is this business with the Underworld. You and your group intend to go into the Underworld?
Yes, a bold task, never before done.
Indeed. I wish you the best of luck and hope you. I mean, if there's anyone who could achieve such a feat, it's all of you. But what a journey!
I know it's daunting, but there's something in the pit of my soul that says this is something that I need to do.
And so you must go. I will see what I can do. I suspect one thing that must help as a priestess of Aphrodite is the unity of your group, the freeness of your hearts. If I may, these shores are quite blessed by Aphrodite. Your party seems quite open to love except for the Minotaur Thrasius. He seems fearful of the gifts of Aphrodite. The rest seem quite open and pleased by them. If you wish, there is a much more powerful rite that can be performed. An offering, well, it will require you, it will require me, and it will require the dusk on the beach side, and it will require Thrasius. So I will say this. I will wait on the beach at dusk. And should you be able to bring Thrasius along, I may be able to bring forth a specific blessing of Aphrodite upon you. One that I've never done before, but can only be done with the help of a son of Aphrodite. So it may be a little bit more charged, a little bit more capable than what I just performed.
I understand.
The blessing will be helpful not just to Thrasius, but to all of you in the Underworld. So this will be helpful to your group as a whole, if that is a good persuasion point. But it will be helpful to him as well, if he is willing to abide it. I leave it in your hands, though.
I will do my best, but as you know, love can not be forced. It must be accepted. But
Oh,
I am quite persuasive.
of course. Of course you are. It cannot be forced, but it certainly can be, well, if persistent enough, inspired.
Nothing a guided hand couldn't fix.
Of course. And on the island of your own mother's birth, I'm sure you will not fail.
This will bring her great joy.
Indeed. Well, all will be getting ready for the festival. I must see to this, and you must see to your friend. Excellent. And she will kiss you on either cheek, and she will leave you be.
Before we go, I'd like to approach her and ask her if she would be willing to give me the flowers from her hair.
You want a flower from my hair?
All of them, if you would part with them.
My, you are bold. What do I get in return?
What would you ask?
You would ask me for flowers for my hair and then demand the price? This is not our way.
I'm trying to think of something I have that's important to me.
You could wine and dine her first, though.
Something tells me he doesn't want my flowers because he thinks I'm beautiful.
Well, certainly I do think you're beautiful, but they would not be a gift for me to keep. But as you have heard, we are traveling to the Underworld, and I mean to fashion them into a gift for Persephone.
My. You think my flowers are beautiful enough for Persephone herself?
Surely there are no more beautiful flowers on the face of this planet.
Almost incredibly romantic. I'll think about it. She kind of sighs. She's like, this could be great. She says, probably, let me think about it.
Certainly.
She kind of flips her hair around and kind of walks away like, I don't know, like someone who expects to be, yeah, exactly, like wined and dined a bit. Very direct of you. Yeah, she'll think about it. Cool. We could either, I mean, if you guys sound like you've already done a bunch, we could skip right to the festival. You guys sort of take in the island a little bit, and it is important that we have this, I guess, this type of session at this point. You all find yourself going to head to a place of death. Yes, Vasaliki.
Can we do this dove thing?
Yeah, you can do the dove thing.
Well, I don't know when the right time is to do it, so
Yeah,
there's
you
a
can
better
do it,
time
yeah.
later.
What's your dumb thing?
Oh, dove thing, dove.
Oh, dove thing. I thought you said, can we do this dumb thing?
I heard dumb as well.
Yeah. I was
Oh no,
Jesus.
dove, the bird thing. Yeah, I'll
Not
do it.
bad. All right, you can do your dove thing. Go ahead and roll me an animal handling check. Or no. This will be a multi-part situation. You gotta find the motherfucking bird first. Roll me a survival or a perception check.
Guidance.
I have elevated sight. Would that help me out here?
You can cast it, and then you can make a perception or survival check from above instead.
Okay.
That's where the birds live, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll add the guidance, but it's not very good. 10.
10?
Yeah.
You're gonna be out here for a minute.
The best I
Yeah,
can do is
definitely.
seagull.
Yeah. I can do a pigeon. You do, though. You find pigeons. You find pigeons and seagulls just fine. A white dove? That's hard. You're probably going to spend quite a while out here looking for it. Yeah, you and Thrasius traipse through the wood together, looking for the sign of a perfectly white dove, or a dove of any kind, perhaps. Within 10, you spent a couple hours out here. You don't find one.
Mm.
You guys come back to the island as the sun is not going to set, but it's getting close. And yeah, you turn up a little empty-handed, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Thrasius.
That's okay. That's okay. I thought if you can't do it, nobody can.
Well, thank you for the vote of confidence.
I just know I'm just shocked you somehow found it failed, but never mind.
Well, we can't all be winners 100% of the
Yeah,
time.
fair.
Oh, maybe next time.
Good. Bringing it back. And as you traipse through, the wilds of Kithra, the very tame wild of Kithra, and all of you take some time maybe in the village and what have you, it is important that we take this time because you're about to head to the land of the Underworld, the land of death, a land of great, great danger and upheaval. And you take this last time on an island that celebrates love and celebrates life and celebrates all the things sort of worth living for. You enjoy the green of the trees, the blue of the water, the wind in your hair, as these things perhaps will not exist where you go next. The sun begins to draw ever closer to dusk, in which the island becomes a great festival. A warmth takes over where this market square would be before the temple. All of it very, very closely packed towards the temple. Very quickly, things erupt into singing, and wine is being passed out, and goats are being roasted on a spit, and people are dancing around the fire, and young lovers are having quiet whispers and affections in the corners and sneaking away from the party. And yes, thanks.
So is anybody, any young lovers coming up to me asking me to marry them?
No.
Okay, never mind.
All of you certainly draw eyes and attention and are invited. Come dance with us. But no, strangely on this island, Thrasius, the party was all over you. The fucking warriors were all over you. On this island, there's certainly interest in people looking in your direction, but no approaching. Nobody approaches on this island. There's a very clear sort of interest and intrigue for what you are, which has never been the case. If you've ever not been approached, it's been out of fear or terror. This place, it's out of just, you feel kind of normal. You just are regarded with interest like any of the party members. You're clearly an exception.
Was he talking about people marrying him? Or
No, like they wanted to officiate their marriage or
that's
whatever.
what I was thinking.
I thought, no.
Oh,
But no.
I thought you were like everybody asking me to
No!
marry him. Well,
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought too.
no, nobody comes up and asks you to wed them there on the spot. No, definitely not.
No, I'm
I
a
think weddings
priest.
have. I know you're. Yeah,
I was just
but
imagining everybody.
you're
I'm talking to
also
everybody else.
Thrasius.
Marriage is so
Um,
final.
And marriage is also a great deal of ceremony, like people getting like hand fasted and like shotgun wedding and shit. That's very modern. Like back then, weddings were very religious. They were very. There was great ceremony involved in it. It's not like a on a whim thing. But anyway, uh, it's a lovely little festival. The sun hasn't quite gone down yet, and love is in the air, wine is in the air, singing, a roasted goat. It's nice. It's very lovely, uh, and I ask you, what would you like to do on this little celebration?
I take it all in, have a few drinks, enjoy the sea breeze, enjoy the music. Because where we're going, there's not going to be any of that.
It's very true.
I hear you. I will drink to that, friend. Now that we're sitting here drinking, I would like to level with you. You know, I am who I am. I am a creature of my impulses, and I live for the temptations and desires, and I know you're not such a person. So calculating, so reserved,
So precise.
so precise. The priestess at the temple has offered us a boon, a different sort of rite that they can perform, but it will just be you and me. And they say this will help us greatly in our journey to the Underworld. What do you say of this?
What is this? What is this ritual?
To be honest with you, I don't know the details. I know it's apparently a powerful rite, blessed by Aphrodite herself. And it's so powerful that they need a son of Aphrodite to help execute this rite. But surely it involves opening your heart just a little bit. But in return, great favor and boons await. I don't want to skirt around you or try to deceive you in any way. I want to let you know how it is. You need not decide just yet, but know that if we do go through with this, it must be done tonight, before the sun sets on the beach.
How long do we have until the sun sets?
Maybe an hour.
Gracious goes to find a full chalice of wine.
Oh,
Dumps
here, I
down the
have one
whole-
prepared.
No, I'll go find another one. Hold on.
What, you think
Yeah.
I slipped something in this drink?
Feels like he-
Nonsense.
Feels like
I'll drink it myself.
it feels like he gets another one, downs it completely. Let's go.
Oh, I'm so thrilled. Let's
We
go,
don't-
and perhaps there will be a sign on our way. Perhaps we might even see one of those white doves you've been looking for.
We need all the help we can get.
As Candybus and Thrasius slip away. Okay. Yeah, we'll deal with you guys first. I lost 2 out of 3 of my other people, so I will we'll continue with you guys. Okay. let's see here. You guys head down to the beach. It is just a beach. This is not the beach that you moored in, but another one. It is one where the sun seems to set like directly down the center of the cove. Water definitely splashes into each other, creating these large mists of sea foam up into the air. The priestess has like laid out seashells and offerings. And she will say, Thrasius, I have expected you not to show up.
Well, we need all the help we can get going against the Underworld. If that means opening my heart to love, so be it.
That warms my heart.
Shut up.
Oh, never.
No.
Candybus is so. You are truly so persuasive. You do well to your name.
I am the lips of desire.
From-
Did the priestess give away her flowers to Dolion?
She has not yet given her flowers away.
Okay,
to Dolion
okay,
yet.
okay, okay.
She's waiting to be, you know, to decide. But nonetheless, she will look to you both and say, so, like I said to you earlier, Candybus, this is a rite I have not yet performed. But it is a sacred rite, and it can only be done in the presence of a demigod of Aphrodite. It will be unstable, to say the least. And various
As is the
rites
nature
happen,
of love.
as is the nature of love. And various rites are performed. You are asked to like step to the side of the beach, Thrasius. Words are shared. You are anointed yet again. She asks you to step to the other side of the beach. A lot of it involves you, Candybus, and you sort of repeating the words that she's saying as a sort of amplification of her own clerical power. The sun sets. It takes quite a while. This is like a half-hour rite.
When I repeat her words, I do it in her voice.
Very, very cool. But it is like it's a very serious half an hour long process where these rites are done, shells are lifted, various like holy mixtures are drank. And as the sun finally sort of like hits the edge of the horizon, she finishes the rite by saying, "The owl watches, but the sea remembers." And in that moment, the sea foam sprays up into the air, greater than before. It goes up, curls out into two, and descends, but not entirely. They seem to almost float above the water, or hang above the water is better. Like they're falling down to the earth at a rather slow rate. And at your ability to see Thrasius, they all appear to be that beautiful visage of Aphrodite. The sea foam seems to shift into the shapes of that beautiful goddess of love, the beautiful woman, but they are different, each of them. One seems to be almost regal. One seems to have like a halo of laurels about her and long draping dress, almost like almost as if she were a member of Hera's own retinue. She is a woman of power. The other one is her in her usual sort of nude form, absolutely binding and beautiful and all things affectionate. And the last one doesn't appear to be a woman at all, but something almost cosmic, something that is love indeed, but is imagery of like, almost abstract, like the curve of a woman here, the flower of well, a flower over there, a seashell, all of these things bound together. You have three choices before you, Thrasius. All of these are volatile powers of Aphrodite. Each one is an incarnation of her. There is the incarnation of cosmic love, the power of influence, and binding affection before you. You must choose which blessing to accept, if any.
Okay, so there is cosmic love, where it's. I'm sorry. Can you explain the concept again?
I was just
I know.
explaining you to the description. You don't necessarily know what the powers of the blessing are necessarily, but I will say this. Being a cleric, cosmic love is sort of the domain, like cosmic, the universe, is the domain of Zeus. It's sort of an all-encompassing power. It's very general. So there's cosmic love. There is the power of influence, which is sort of the ability to speak, the ability to, uh, make people do what you want. Almost like political power a little bit, or the power of persuasion, like what Candybus has. And lastly is the power of binding affection, which is the power of love, the power of sort of having someone do what you want because they have great affection for you. Each one will carry with it a different blessing. So affection, influence, or cosmic love.
Choose carefully, son of Athena.
Choose carefully. You, of course, can choose none of them.
I'm now
default
thinking
option.
between cosmic love and the binding one.
Okay.
I think he's gonna try. Okay, knowing Thrasius, he's gonna try. Big victories, probably big sacrifices. Okay, he's gonna try opening his heart the most towards Aphrodite, which I guess means the power of binding. He's taking a bit of a risk here.
Oh.
Okay. You look to the image of Aphrodite in her nude, luring form, one that would cripple the good sense of the greatest mind, binding affection. This is the blessing you choose of the three, in all of its pros and cons.
Oh man. It's that or cosmic. I know cosmic is more towards Thrasius' personality, but it feels like he just can't be just himself. He feels like maybe he needs to stretch out a little bit more. So I feel like he's gonna take a gamble here and do what he wouldn't normally pick.
Oh.
Fair
And it
enough.
could be dangerous. Not being your true self here.
Is he being his true self or taking it? But I mean, what's more of his true self? That him or like taking a chance to grow potentially, or what's the wiser choice? Like that or trying out for something new?
I mean,
There
they
is
will
no
all
wise choice here. These are only different powers of love.
they all come with their own risks and benefits.
Which is the tricky part of faith, is that there's not much logic in faith either. There's not much assurance in faith either. So here you are presented with blessings, and you know the image of those blessings and
now,
the names of those blessings.
And now I'm
it.
feeling like it's cosmic again. God damn it!
Why don't we stick with binding affection, because this is
we can't drag this on.
That was your choice
originally.
Okay.
Let's do it.
There you go. Just to lock it in. You look towards the one that looks truest to Aphrodite, the sort of nude, beautiful woman. The other two sea foam sprays descend back upon the water, but this one shoots out onto the beach and past and around you, Thrasius, in a salty wind. Now, I think a fun thing about Aphrodite is that she is beautiful and she is lovely, and to the eyes, to the ears, to the touch, she is certainly the most alluring of the gods. But one might expect that she smells like, of perfume and so on and so forth, but she does not. She smells of the sea, she smells of salt, which isn't always the nicest smell in the world. Because love isn't perfect, it has its thorns. And in this moment, Thrasius, you experience just that. Your eyes sting and your nose burns a little bit as this sea spray shoots around your face, anointing you, blessing you with Aphrodite's most potent of blessings. And you have gained Aphrodite's blessing of affection. You, once in the Underworld, may use this blessing to calm a hostile creature by invoking love or memory to it.
Okay.
But there is detriments to using this power. It is an unstable love. It is like love itself, where there is great love, can be great heartbreak as well. So you know that behind this power, there is a detriment. You just don't know what it is yet.
Okay.
You will gain a point with Aphrodite for accepting her most potent blessing. And you think Athena may have noticed what has happened here today.
Oh boy.
You're at 1 point with Aphrodite! Yay!
Use it wisely.
Meanwhile, back in the festival, things are probably going very well for the three of you. Starting with you, Romulus. Like I said, this is not a place of violence, but war, battle, violence, these things certainly draw the imagination of the youth, especially the young men. And you are the presence of war. These people would probably rebuke Athena in that she is sort of the calculus of war. She is warfare. She is the governing behind war. She is the philosophy behind war, which no one appreciates. No one likes the philosophy of war, like why we have to do war. But the energy of the passion of battle and defense, courage, bloodlust, ferocity. These things are very passionate.
The emotion of war.
Exactly. The emotion to go do battle, the inspiration of battle. That is what Ares embodies. And Ares and Aphrodite, they so often collide in a lot of different ways. And so you probably find yourself sitting around the fire with a large group of young men around you who are not warriors, but perhaps are quite interested in the stories of warriors. And you find yourself in this circle of respect, I won't say reverence, but certainly like you find yourself in this position of like, you're the war guy, you're the war hero, and these guys want to hear tell us about that. Tell us about war and battle. What would you say to them? Would you tell them the glories of war? Would you tell them of your own trials and battles? What would you say to these young men?
I think he would definitely talk about the acts that he's done, not necessarily attributing like glory or like fame to it. Mainly talking about like just what he's done, what he's seen.
And I think they would infer a fame and a glory regardless, right? Someone tells you, oh, I slew a lion. There's a lot of implications there.
Yeah.
I'm awesome, I'm strong, I'm mighty, I have renown. Like, there's a lot of positive implications that especially young men will take from while around them. So you tell them of the tales of your great adventures and things you've done, and maybe you keep it in the objective, but you can see in their eyes, it inspires, the tales of glory and battle inspire them for sure. Why don't you give me a performance check, see how well that goes for you?
Got it. I can never get used to these big ass D20 rolls on D&D Beyond now.
Yeah.
That is a 13.
Yeah, excellent. And I think very fitting for your description. It's very objective. You're not going like, and then I cast down of, it's not like that. You're very like, oh, it's very informative and not grand storytelling.
Yeah. This guy,
but
he came at me with a spear, and I grabbed it, right? And then I kind of put it in the crook of my arm, and then while he was close, and, I just lobbed his head off. But, so such is to happen when you do that, I guess.
And
right?
you like, as you're telling the story, you see like young men, like some of them are like one of them's got a stick, and they're like poking each other with a stick, and it's like trying to possibly imagine this move that you tell them about, and like in the back, and the other guys are like, oh, and then some guys just like by themselves, like trying to imagine the move, and you expect these guys are going to be out in the field tomorrow with sticks trying to do it.
Yeah, and then there was this one time with the witch. She had turned into this massive snake, and then I found these guys in this illusory mist and brought them with me, and my allies were already hot in battle. And then, as soon as I arrived on the scene, I attacked, like I said, and then I commanded the two men to make their strikes, and then we were able to fell the giant snake after I jumped on it and climbed and reached inside, pulled the witch out. Was kind of encompassed in the snake.
Whoa, bro! They're like, everything you just told them is insane. They're like a snake, a witch turned into a snake. They're just astonished by your stories, and utterly bemused by them. Moving right along, Vasaliki, I'll say at a certain, I'll say before she left, the ceremony was going on, and maybe you might have caught Elena having a word with some young ladies, and Vasaliki might find yourself approached by a young lady, very youthful, very a little shy, but she seems to have summoned courage to come up and see you, and she invites you to dance.
Sure, Vasaliki will attempt to dance with her. I don't have to
Excellent.
do much of a dancing.
Make me a performance check. Let's see how well you dance.
Oh no.
Guidance.
You're not there.
Sorry, never mind.
2? Oh, fuck! It doesn't go well. It doesn't go well at all. You're trying to dance, and you're not very good at dancing, and she kind of like tries to show you some moves, but you've got like 2 left feet, and it's just not happening. You're kind of struggling to dance. She doesn't seem to mind all that much, though. This young lady, she's just like, you get the sense, and to be clear, like sexuality in ancient Greece, like everyone just threw everything anyway. Like it was very free. Nobody defined preference. It just wasn't. It didn't exist. Like if someone was like, "Oh, I prefer men," it's like, "Oh, great," and that's that. What did matter was dominance. In between the two people, who was the more dominant between the two couples? That was where the importance was. So female and female relationships very much like were outside of that dynamic. and a little less common, but nonetheless still very excitedly explored. So while less common because of that, you expected this young lady is like one of the few young ladies who maybe have preferences similar to yours, who's maybe been trying to find somebody, and she was kind of referred to go talk to you, and she summoned the courage to come talk to you, and you can tell she's very shy around you, but yeah, she's still excited to be around you despite the fact that you can't dance very well. In fact, it probably helps in your favor because she was all shy and then you're there like embarrassing yourself, like tripping over your own feet, and she kind of loosens up and chuckles and laughs, and is excited to dance with you, and maybe is a little touchy, just testing the waters. Not nothing too crazy, but she's a young girl, and not a young girl. She's a young woman, and she's uh, she likes you.
Well, perhaps you'd spare me another dance and I could offer you a drink instead.
Because you think you're a better drinker than you are a dancer?
Most assuredly.
She laughs and she says, "I would love that. Yes, let's get drinks."
Excellent. And tell me, I didn't quite catch your name.
Yes, let's actually give this a woman identity instead of me just narrating her. She goes, "Oh, I'm Phoebe."
Excellent. And what brings you to the island of Kithera? Have you been born and raised here?
Yes, I've never left the island. I've always lived here. I work with my mother at the what does she call it? The Aphrodite goods shop.
Oh, your mother. That wouldn't happen to be oh, I don't think you got a name for her.
You never got her name, yeah.
No.
But you just say you got her name and you describe her. She goes, "Yes, that's my mother. She's we're very different. She's very excited about everything, and I'm not as new as she is, I guess, my mother. I hope to be one day."
Well, someone blessed by Aphrodite such as you with beauty and grace shouldn't dare to be shy, for that would be a disgrace to Aphrodite herself, hiding your light beyond a bushel.
She suddenly looks a little like, "Oh no," like on her face, because you get the sense it's probably exactly what she does. She goes, "Oh, I, well, I need to stop doing that then." If I could be, honest, I thought my chest was going to explode when I came up to see you. I was so nervous.
Well, put nerves aside. I enjoy your company, and I find it quite easy to be with you.
Oh. Okay. Just she's not particularly charming. Her charisma's very much like a hard 10, 12. But she is physically blessed by Aphrodite, most assuredly, on her island. And she will spend some more of the night with you, and after a couple drinks, she'll maybe like insist you try again when the alcohol's loosened you up a little bit. Make me another performance check. I'll give you advantage once if you've had enough drink to loosen you up.
Sure,
You probably have an
sure.
impressive amount of drink to loosen up on. Oh no, it's a +1. You have like probably 2 or 3 drinks. Which is still pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
13.
13's better. You're no Aphrodite, you're no Apollo, but you can dance. You're actually physically able to dance at that point. And she goes, "Oh, you're getting it. You just need a drink plus Dionysus." And she laughs and dances with you around the fire, and like she probably was drinking with you, so she's at 3 drinks. So let's see how she's doing. She kept up with you, actually. Surprisingly, rolled very well on the dice. We're gonna say it took you like 4 drinks to get there, and on the 4th drink, she like it kind of hits her, and she gets like a pretty hard buzz around 1, and she's kind of dancing into you a little bit and giggling. You're very much appreciated by Phoebe. Maybe we'll circle back to that. Dolion, you, my friend, are feeling a little lighter on the island, you say. You're feeling a little at ease, where misery is further from you than in a long time. What I have my own designs, but I want to hear about you. What's Dolion up to? What's Dolion feeling, or what does Dolion do with himself during this little festival in your honor?
I think he's kind of probably just mingling through the crowd. I do know that he is keeping an eye out for when Elena returns because he's finally thought of something that might be an appropriate offering to her. So he wants to make sure that he can present it. But in the meantime, and he's enjoying the wine, enjoying the food, enjoying the scenery. I don't think he's speaking to anyone in particular, but to all that approach um, or as he's going by a group of people. I think he's not used to feeling to have this like weight off his shoulders, so he's kind of just enjoying that in general.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of developing to be the way, fittingly, of your father, where Romulus is the god, his father's the god of war, passion, and that certainly has a gravity to it. Vasaliki's father is the god is Zeus, and that's a gravity, and so on and so forth. But Hermes quite lives in a different dimension than everybody else with his grand speed, and I think fitting to your father, you're kind of maybe not as gravitated toward where the light seems to trick in your favor a little bit, and maybe it's very easy for you to sort of step into the shadow. And yeah, you watch and contemplate and just sort of enjoy the levity privately. And sure enough, as Thrasius and Candybus return, you will see the priestess return, and she is regarded as like a pillar of the community. She is not like bowed to like some queen or anything like that. She's just kind of welcomed into the party. So you see her and you can approach.
I'll approach and ask her if I might speak with her somewhat privately, just we don't need to go anywhere else, but out of the earshot as much as possible of others.
She says, of course, this should be interesting. She kind of winks at whoever's nearby and they giggle. Yeah, she'll just kind of go to the edge of the fire with you, generally alone, but still a part of the ceremony.
And then I'm gonna tell her, earlier I asked you for something that is dear to you, and I'm ashamed to say that I was not prepared at that time to reciprocate, but having thought about it, there is something that I have that is of the greatest importance to me. And he's going to take out one of his earrings, and it's relatively plain. And he's going to open her hand and put it in her hand and say, "This was given to me by my mother many years ago, and it represents the strongest love that exists, the love between a mother and her child. I have never been without it since it was given to me, but I feel it is an appropriate gift in return for the gift I asked of you."
He says, "Oh, no, Dolion," and she gives you the earring back, and she says, it is far beyond a flower. This gift, you must keep it. I will not accept it. I cannot. I will not take that from you. Let us keep things more simple. You are right to say, and I think your offering is right in mind. Why don't we do this? Can you write poetry?
It is within my skills. Yes, my father, he's very witty, and I try my best as well.
Well, why don't you just write me a poem about your mother, about your strongest love, and present it to me tonight or tomorrow morning, perhaps, and I'll be glad to give you my flowers. Tell me of her, and that will be more than enough.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. And she puts your hand like against your chest with the earring in it and says, "You should not give up such precious things."
I'll put
Thank
it back in my ear.
Excellent. She smiles, and she'll give you a kiss on the cheek. It is a very tremendous offering, but one she is not worthy of as a priestess you've just met. And she will, but she regards you with like great respect after your willingness to offer that, and she'll give you like a little curtsy after kissing on the cheek and smile. And we'll return to the fire until such a time as maybe you just have some special words for her about your mother. And why don't we take our break? Give Dolion a chance to think of something. It doesn't have to be long, Dolion. Like whatever you want, man.
It could be a haiku.
It could be a haiku. It could be one line.
I'll
One
invent
super
the
inspiring
haiku.
line.
I will invent the haiku.
Yeah, you can invent the haiku. I met this traveler from the deep east. But yeah, we'll be back in like 10, 15-ish minutes, and we will conclude Kithra soon. Good roleplay, everybody. Everybody take inspiration. You guys have all been great. Everybody
Yay! Thrasius is opening himself up to love.
Proud of you, champ.
So baby steps here.
I would be lying if I said I didn't feel bad for the poor man or woman that that has to satiate those voracious urges, those minotaur urges.
Hey, some people are into that, man.
I guess so, right? I mean,
There's somebody out there for everyone.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like in the real world, though, I kind of have to look at that person or group of persons a certain way after that, you know? Like you're not you're into some stuff. You know?
I'm not judging you, but I'm judging you.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm kind of a judgy person off of principle anyway. Like I feel like I would have to look at them like, wow.
Wow.
It's one thing to say
Honest-
it.
That's
You
right.
did it.
It honestly impressive. I
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed.
I would not have guessed.
All right, I'll be back.
Yep.
I wonder how that Aphrodite ceremony is going to play out later on, not just and beyond the Underworld.
We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah. You playing music? Ah, that's what it is. Okay. Got Linkin Park, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, I got it right, Chester. R.I.P. Chester.
Chester?
Chester Benningfield.
Oh, Chester. Benningfield.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah.
As soon as Linkin Park is done singing, everybody better be back at the table.
You bet. Yeah, better get that timing right. Have you heard about
10
the new?
seconds.
Yeah. Ryan, have you? Oh, we got one.
We got one.
See if you get three.
Oh, he finished
I've
singing.
always
Fuck.
been here.
Okay.
When Linkin Park plays, I'm
Yeah.
always around.
Yeah.
I mean, Candybus and Romulos, you guys did show up pretty much immediately. Hey, I'll take 4 out of 5.
Ryan, have you heard of the new Resident Evil game?
I have. I
Been a lot
haven't
of people
played it.
playing.
I've never been a
I
big Resident Evil
still
fan.
need to play Village.
I only like the Resident Evil movies.
The movies.
I don't really
They're so-
like the games either,
They're
dude.
so
Hell
shit.
yeah.
I love them. They're so awesome.
No, because the games
Sariah
are just
watched
so.
I made Sariah watch one of the movies recently.
Oh God, those are.
Wait a
Yeah.
second. Too
They're-
generous. I didn't make it like 30 minutes in. I had to bail on it. It was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
No.
It's not even it's bad. It's good. It's just bad. You know.
No, it's great.
Some of them are really good. Like the
It's true
animations
cinema.
for what's his name? Leon.
Chester?
Oh my god, bro.
What in the game or
Chris
the movie?
Redfield.
In the games or the
Is
movies?
Leon
The movies.
in the movies?
Pretty
It's
sure.
I know
Maybe.
it's Mila. The Resident Evil movies became like an
know Jill
employment program
Valentine
for Mila
is.
Jovovich or whatever her name is.
It's so like
Oh,
over the
my
top,
bad.
Like, they're
I
trying to
thought
be
you were
so
talking
cool.
about the animated, like the, like
No.
you know what I mean? The animated movies.
No, I'm talking about the live movies. Alice.
Oh yeah, those movies are great, dude. Well, okay, the first one's really good. The second one's really good. Third one's pretty good.
Dude, the third one's the best. The third one's the best.
Is that the one with
The last one is so.
They're in the
terrible.
desert. She's at the peak of her fucking psychic powers. She's walking around in like
Yeah, that was pretty.
stockings the whole time. She's got like kunai. She goes into a battle with like kunai. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
That last
Yeah, where's
movie
this
they
game?
made. No, not
Yeah,
last
man.
movie. The second to last movie was so much like action video game. That,
Dude, the last movie killed me. You get to the second to last movie and they end it with like Wester giving Alice back her powers, like, we need you at top because we gotta unite to save
And
the
then
world.
the-
and they like
the
on
scene,
top
like,
of the
pulls
White
out.
House.
Yeah. And they're
Like,
like
ready to
fucking World War Z levels of. I
Yeah,
don't know.
man. And then it cuts to the last movie where like it's after the battle. We don't know what happened, and it's just shit.
Yeah, like,
I was
what
like,
the
fuck this
fuck?
movie.
Was that the
man.
one with Ian Glenn in it?
I don't
Maybe.
know. I didn't pay much.
I know the
was
second to
disappointed.
last movie had it did have Leon Kennedy in it, but he wasn't that
It was
cool
gonna
of a
be.
character.
It was gonna be like a Resident Evil level Helm's Deep situation. It was gonna be fucking awesome. They were gonna hold off the apocalypse in the White House. It was gonna be great. Anyway, sorry.
have you
Enough about
played
me.
have you
going
played
off
any of the
about
games at all?
Resident Evil movies.
Like what
Um,
what the movies, that's what you choose to. Wow, okay.
Yeah, man, I love those.
Have you ever played the games at all?
Not much, no. Not
Okay.
at all. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. So darkness has come, celebration is had, and someone's going to run up from the beach to your new priestess friend, Elena. We'll go, priestess! And she says, what is it? What is it? You must come now. There's something wrong with the water. The water? She goes, yes, the sea. Come quickly. And she kind of looks around like, I mean, this shit doesn't happen often.
I'll follow.
Yeah. Most of the villagers at the festival are like, oh yeah, I want to see this. Yeah, you guys can all go if you want.
Yeah, I'm going.
You make your way down to the beach where Thrasius and Candybus, your little rite was performed, and you are going to see that the tide has pulled back. It's pulled back by like a couple, like maybe like 30 to 60 feet, like back from the shoreline, revealing sharp black jagged stones that look like teeth that are about like, so I'm going to say the water receded about 60 feet, about 30 feet deep, like all of these black stones sort of stick out of the ground like teeth. There are dead fish. There are tons of crabs climbing over each other to get out of the water and onto the land. And the waves almost seem to whisper as they seems to be a voice on the tide, if you will. And everyone's shocked. No one's seen anything like this before. The priestess is dumbfounded, and they say, Priestess Alina, what does this mean? What is it? She goes, it's an omen. It's an omen, but this is not Aphrodite. This could not be the work of Aphrodite. It's and she's kind of not sure for an answer, and she kind of sort of looks at all of you. What do you all think?
Poseidon? Like, do I have any idea, Ryan?
It must be.
You can make an insight or religion check.
Okay, guidance. $17.
17.
Kind of low for me.
Poseidon was a good bet because it had something to do with the water. But Poseidon is the protector of the seas. And here are the crabs in disarray and dead fish. What lays beneath the sea is the underworld. You see these black jagged rocks, you see the dead fish, you see the receding of the natural world. You think that this is not the work of Poseidon. This is an omen from the underworld itself. This is from Hades, the god of the dead. Your quest has been noted and acknowledged. He knows you're coming.
Is this a
And you
good
are being
omen?
measured.
Is this a good omen or a bad omen?
What do you think?
I can't imagine it's a good sign. But better he know than to find out later. Well, message received, I guess. How do we appease the god of the underworld then? To return the sea to its natural shores. What about our ship? Is our ship like beached, or did it get pulled out with the tide?
No. Your ship's, I mean, you beach a ship to moor in these times, so it's built for just
Gotcha.
that. So while this tide has receded, you have more than enough men to push it back out to sea. It's not an issue. This has certainly not been designed to like halt or challenge you. It is most certainly an open. The priestess says, "Well, it looks like you're being measured."
Seems like it.
I expect nothing less.
She will turn to you five and say, "This is clearly for you, which is, no offense, but a relief for me in my island. I would tread carefully in your dreams this evening, for the god of sleep resides in the underworld. If there are omens to be had in the day, there may very well be omens to be had in their sleep."
Understood. I'm sorry our presence here has affected this omen upon your island.
She goes, "You told me that you are going to the underworld, and that you mean to bypass Cerberus, and why? Yeah, none of you told me why. Do you mean to steal from the King of the Dead, to take from his great bounty?"
We mean to right a wrong. One of the souls under his domain was wrongfully sent there, and we're coming to return them.
This person must be very important. Or someone you loved.
There's someone taken before their time.
Well,
And our actions in response to an order from Zeus himself.
see. Then the gods have never all gotten along in unison. Their voices have never been a chorus. It sounds to me that you are on a most worthy and selfless mission. You do not have the apprehension of we here in Kithra. You have only our blessing and our admiration for your quest. We will find comfortable beds for you to sleep in this evening before you descend into that dark place.
Thank you.
Hopefully this, and I'll say at this point, the water begins to... The omen has been delivered, and the water begins to sort of retract to its natural state. There's a bit of a relief from the villagers, and she will say, "Come." And she will find you all comfortable accommodations to all of your preference. You all find a nice place to lay your head. And there we begin with dreams. Whoa. Okay, what can we do? Actually, I know that. Who would like to be the first to see their dreams?
I'll go first.
Night falls. Darkness comes. and you receive visions. They are not romantic visions. This is the island of Aphrodite, and the visions are sent her surely from her. But they are not of love, they are not of passion, they're of the other side of her power. Thrasius, you see Athens. You see Athens as it is when you left it, shrouded in the darkness of the sky, the people terrified and in despair, abandoned by their faith, and not their faith abandoned. You see Theseus on the shore, dismayed by what he's seen. You see him on his knees before his father's broken body that is washed up on from the sea, bloated. You see yourself being cast out, son of Athens, son of Athena, a failed priest to your own mother. You love Athens. You said you would die for it. You go to a dark, dark place. The choice is simple. Do you hold on to your love for the Underworld? Or excuse me, hold on to your love for Athens? Or do you free yourself of it for the journey ahead? Do you steel your heart against the love you feel for this city? Or do you continue to embrace that love?
I will embrace it.
Okay. Then you hold on for all of its faults, for all that may happen, for all that may come your way in detriment. You hold on to love. Vasaliki, there is so much you love. Your father, the Amazons, the party, your old lover. You see the party in disgrace. Some of them defeated by the gods themselves for insults paid. You see some of them disgraced in the eyes of the lands, some of them cursed forever by Hades for the intrusion. You see, under your stewardship as queen of the Amazons, the people recede and fall, and their names lost to history, the Amazons forgotten forever. You similarly see Perseus return to his broken city, dismayed at how it has changed so darkly in so short a time. There is so much you care for, Vanessa. Would you steel yourself, your heart, against love, and your love for these things, that you may focus on the task ahead without passion? Or do you hold on to these things despite how they may fail for you? How they might break your heart one day, like someone did once before?
So, like with that hesitation, almost like instinctually embrace the love she has for very parts of her life. Because that's why she does what she does, is for that love. And without it, there's no perfect point. So definitely.
Absolutely, understood. You hold on to these things, though they may fail, though they may break your heart, you hold on to them. Dolion? You spoke of redemption. You see a future where this lightness that you feel never comes to you again. You see a future where redemption does not come to you. Where though you tried and failed, you said you'd die for redemption. You see yourself dying before that redemption comes to you. Where you go on to the next world, unworthy of Elysium. And you go with only ill will from those who know you. Athens fallen into a place of corruption and despair, worse than you found it. You find Perseus still stuck on the shore, you never get to him. Your love is for redemption. Your love is for perhaps your own glory. Would you hold on to love, allow yourself to continue to love these things, even though they may break your heart in the end? Or do you steel yourself against those things?
Until, like, this literal day, he didn't know that that was a possibility of the redemption. And having felt the possibility, it's something that he will never give up on, no matter what.
Understood. You'll not give up on redemption. And that wish for redemption, to redeem yourself, is a sort of self-love, which is important. And you decide to continue to hold yourself worthy enough of it, which is not always the case for people. You hold on to that love. Just save my Aphrodite boy for last. I gotta save that for last here. Romulus. Are you there?
Brandon?
Brandon. Nope. Romulus is in a dead sleep. He's sleeping so much.
He's sleeping like a log.
He's sleeping like a log. Candybus, then. Oh, he's back. Great.
Now he's back.
Are you here?
Yes.
All right. You dream, and you see the underworld. You see the darkness there. You see the face of your mother. You see the face of your father, stern with disregard, stern with a look of disappointment, but not a momentary disappointment, a long disappointment, like someone who has truly sealed themselves in the minds of people that they can't be relied on. A long, stale, ever-present disappointment. And it's heart-shattering. You see your greatest goal failed. You see the thrones you would sit upon crumbled. And you see Perseus, that young but aspiring great man, unretrieved from the underworld. That his story end too tragically and too early. And that you fail. Would you, having witnessed these things that are certainly chilling, would you hold on to your love and care for your mother, your father? Would you hold on to your love of Perseus, as I think of all the party members, you formed the closest bond with him?
Theseus,
excuse me, sorry. The closest bond with Theseus. Would you hold on to your ability to care, your ability to love these people, even though you may fail and it may break your heart one day? Or do you push them out of you like poison and steel yourself against these things?
So you're asking if I'll basically keep pursuing goals that I won't accomplish, or will I cast them aside. And
The question is, knowing that pursuing these goals because you care about them, you care about them on a passionate level, on a level of love, that if you do not succeed, it will hurt. It'll break your heart. It'll probably, it might destroy you, as love has a power to do. Would you continue to hold on to that love and passion that drives you? Or, despite whether you accomplish it or not, do you let go of the emotions surrounding it, let go of love and passion, and harden yourself to accomplish these goals? So if you fail, it may not sting quite as intensely.
no, if I fail, I want it to hurt. I want to pursue and to hang on to that love, that passion, that need to succeed.
And what is a child of Aries without passion? You hold on to love, to its possibilities. Candybus, you are a man of, well, pleasure, but there has been love too. Love of your family. There is love perhaps for people you've met along the way who have enticed you beyond just simple pleasures. There is your party. There is your mother, your mother most of all above that. These are all things you hold in your heart deeply. And you love deeply. But as I'm sure we all know, the more strongly you love, the more painfully you hurt. What do you do, Candybus? You are shown the worst possibility, the shame of Aphrodite, the abhorrence of the people, where you are not looked to as a conduit of love and pleasure, but rather a manipulator, an individual who takes only the foolish to their bed and uses them. A sort of perversion upon your mother's very domain, how the world may not look at you in the same way ever again if you do not hold yourself carefully and true. You see yourself letting down all of these people who love and care for you. And it hurts. And endingly it hurts. For that is the curse of the children of Aphrodite. The pain of love lost. Would you choose to love, regardless of how potent that may be? Or would you harden yourself to it?
I think Candybus is very sensitive to these kinds of emotions. And it's like a piercing pain, and it's oddly familiar. He doesn't know why, but he's felt this before, and it's unbearable. So I think Candybus is going to steel himself.
Wow. Child of Aphrodite.
He's going, yeah, he's seeing all of this around him in the dream space. He will ball up, close his eyes, plug his ears, and try and blank his mind to ignore the horrors of failure around him.
Very interesting decision. And the last person I can say expected it, but also quite fit. Uniquely, perhaps because you understand the consequences better than the rest of the party, you are shown the end, what happens at the end of all love, which is perhaps something you've ignored in your young life. The inevitability of heartbreak And as you feel these things so potently, the sting of heartbreak, the crushingness of failure, you retract from it. This is a trial of love you have not yet faced, and you retract from it. You will all arise the next morning. Thrasius, Dolion, Vasaliki, and Romulus. You guys are going to gain an inspiration every long rest you have in the Underworld.
Okay.
As for you, Candybus, as you steel yourself against love and you cast it out of you and push love away from you, you are going to gain resistance to necrotic damage in one battle of your choice.
One battle.
Yep. One battle, you may burn that charge and gain necrotic resistance.
I'm sure Ryan isn't planning on us using these down in the Underworld. I'm sure it will be a breeze.
I'm sure it won't be incredibly dangerous. And
Well, you think they're going to be especially necrotic down there? What?
What?
I was thinking radiant.
You awaken from your dreams. Thrasius, Dolion, Vasaliki, and Romulos, you have affirmed yourself and committed yourselves to the ways of love, to using love to push you ever forward. And Candybus retracting and waking up perhaps feeling a little more hollow than before. The sun rises. Today is the day. This is your final day in the mortal world, perhaps forever, if you're not careful. You see the sunrise, Apollo's light, as you leave behind the starry night sky, perhaps again for the last time will you see the stars and the moon. You see the sun rise, the waves roll on the shore, the wind in your hair, perhaps for the last time. Yes, Gracious.
I'll get up early and see the last of the night sky, the stars, and to see the sunrise.
You see perhaps your last sunrise. Reds turns purples into blues as the twins trade their positions in the sky.
I think I do the opposite. I sleep in. I don't get a very restful sleep. Wake up every couple hours and something's off. Something's different. And to try to go back to sleep and do that to the point of nearly missing the boat launch.
Got it. Understood. I have to imagine my four who have accepted love and its trials probably find themselves awakening a little more sentimental, maybe awakening, appreciating the world a little bit more, knowing, because the fact that things are doomed makes them all the more beautiful. The fact that the flowers will wilt makes them all the more beautiful. The fact that things can die makes them beautiful. And as you go into death, you take appraisal at last of life, perhaps. But find no sign of, and maybe you see your fellow party members quietly appreciating the sun, the waves, the sand, the trees, what have you, the people. No sign of Candybus this morning. If there's any last things you'd like to do in Kithra, your ship is being prepared.
I'll just walk the streets, eat some fruits, just appreciate the ambiance, I guess.
Fair enough. You appreciate the world, the island. Vasaliki, did you perhaps appreciate a young lady last night?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
All right. You wake up with this young woman in your arms, and perhaps awaken with I'll ask you. I mean, you in your dream, consciously or subconsciously, maybe both at the same time, you accepted love and you accepted uh, the consequences of love. Do you think you awaken feeling heavy with burden? Do you think yourself awaken feeling light as you've embraced love into yourself? How do you, what's the feeling when you awaken?
Yeah, she's probably feeling like rejuvenated by the welcoming love into her heart and then having like been intimate the night before too. I think it's all like accumulating into like a really into like motivation, and I think she's feeling pretty positive about going into the underworld. I don't know, she feels like it's the right step, the next step. And yeah, she's even like more convicted into this plan that we have to bring Theseus back.
Excellent. Your morning is awakened with rejuvenation, with light. And as the young woman stirs with you, she kind of the morning is sort of that lovely kind of smiles and giggles and stirring and sweet kisses and a lovely awakening between the two of you. Um, hell yeah. Um, what about Dolion and Romulus? Is there anything you guys would like to do on the island before setting off?
I guess did I get the flowers from Alana, or do I still have to get them from her?
Did you want to give her a poem?
I did write an 8-line poem during break.
Nice.
Nice.
Very
She will
good.
meet you on the beach. She's surely meant to see you all off. And you approach her on the beach, and she has a look, a little bit of a glee, like, "Ooh, I get to hear, poetry." What girl doesn't like poetry? Um, why don't you present it? Why don't we hear what the poem is?
Okay. It is a 10-minute poem, so keep that in mind.
Oh boy.
From a lawyer. From mortal blood and godly grace, I came into this world. Through your motherly love and patient care, to me was life unfurled. I've traveled far, and many things I have done and seen. Through good times and bad, I've always had your love evergreen. In this temple of love, eternal and strong, with your love born inside, in this temple of love, eternal and strong, with your love born inside me, surely nothing can go wrong. I travel now to a place of death, with dangers far and wide. I will carry with me the lessons you gave, which surely shall turn the tide.
Yay.
Yay!
I liked it.
I'd give more inspiration, but you can have one. She's delighted at that. And she happily gives you all of her fresh pink wildflowers from within her hair. She kind of takes them out and makes them all nice and gives them to you. Um, and says, um, uh, she says, I think Aphrodite has a special plan for you. I hope you'll let her play it out. Could be fun. It has been a special honor to have met you, son of Hermes. And tell the Queen of the Underworld uh, it wouldn't be terrible if you told her that I maybe had something to do with the flowers just a little bit. It's your gift, but tell her I say hi,
When she goes back to her room after this, she's gonna find the earring on her pillow.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Dahlia, you're too much. Um, oh my goodness. All right. Well, if we come back to Kithra, Dolion's getting married. Get that ceremony spell ready, Thrasius.
Dun, 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 dun.
Incredible, Dolion. Man's just charming as hell. Incredible. And Romulus, anything for you before you set off?
Um, I think he just finds a secluded spot on the island, watches the sunrise, feels the warm rays on his face, runs his hand through the sand, picks some up, watches as it falls from his grasp. Maybe steps out onto the beach and feels the sand and the water between his toes, you know. Just kind of really takes in like what it means to be alive, and I guess beauty of beauty of the short lives that we have, however quick they may end up being. The length doesn't really matter. It's the things we get to experience while we're here. And I think he would probably continue to do that until we leave the island. Yeah.
Eventually, the ship is ready. It has been cast out. Your warriors remain ready, steadfast, to take you on to continue your journey. The captain stands on the deck, and you demigods find yourselves also assembling on the deck to prepare for another day's journey. The villagers come out, wave you goodbye. Some of you leaving ladies behind who are especially going to miss you all. But nonetheless, all appreciated for your being here and certainly will not be forgotten. And eventually, Candybus arrives to join the last person needed to cast off, and you jump onto the ship, Candybus. Maybe
Definitely more disheveled than he usually looks. Hair's not neatly brushed, and robes are just kind of thrown on. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Had terrible night. Couldn't get any sleep.
I think we all probably think you mean something other than what you're saying.
What? No, I actually mean
No,
it this time.
that your night was busy in another way.
Weirdly,
With-
no. Huh. Well, we should set off. I made it in time. Let's get our boy back.
The last thing, Ryan, the last thing Thrasius will do before he leaves is pray to Athena for aid, and he will confess to her that he is somewhat afraid going forward, but he'll do it nonetheless.
Your mother is briefly beside you, robed as a stranger. She says, "Courage is not the absence of fear. You will do well."
Very well.
She seems to be this person who's definitely aboard the ship, but is hard to keep track of. She kind of just appears when she wants to. Like, you went looking for her, you'd have a hard time finding her unless she wanted to be found. And I think the same goes for all of you. You guys might on occasion see sort of like a heavily robed traveler of a female guise aboard the ship, kind of just like you kind of see her walking in the end of the ship down into like the storage hall, and you guys maybe you go after her like, oh, how was that? And you can't find her. This has probably happened a couple times, but it is also the way of this time in ancient Greece where such things happen often. The gods walk amongst us and all. Maybe even reassuring to know that such a mythical, mysterious figure walks among you. Um, but you cast off. You leave Kithra behind. The waters today are not as harsh as they've been in the past. Still rocks the boat. You still find yourself sort of holding the rope here and there. It's certainly not a nice day. It seems that the anger of Poseidon has not retracted in all of these long days. Um, for his fury is the most uh dangerous of the Olympians. Or at least the most persistent. Um, but you sail, you make your way ever east, and Captain Silas is going to say, all right, big strong heroes, last chance. I don't think there'd be any shame in it if you guys were like wanting to go back to Athens. You sure?
We're not turning back now.
Okay. Great. Super. The he's like, this is great. The warriors are like, we stand with you. Yeah. He's like, yeah, okay.
It's not like we were bluffing.
Because I just wanted to be sure, never know. Just wanted to make sure that there wasn't any reasonable thoughts about the dangers. It's fine. It's really fine. And you guys sail that way. And you guys make your way across the sea again to your east as the great mountain points retract into mainland. They form into the green valley of Sparta off in the long distance. But you come very quickly to see the westernmost point of that mountain valley that surrounds Sparta. And at the very tip of it, is the cape that will be your gate to the underworld. The tide shifts under the boat. The natural movement of the waves continues beneath you. And you might take your last couple breaths of free air before descending into a darker place, descending into the place you've all come from. There has been these last couple days, helping out innocent folk as you go, taking into account life, and it's about time to put all of that behind you. You come to Cape Tanaron, the closest gate you knew of to the underworld. It is, on the surface, a nice place. There is a little island just off the coast of the mainland inlet that makes up this tiny little cape. There is even a little village up on the high ridged hills above. There's a little beach too. But what you care of is the very large cavern that your ship begins to align with. Light seems to not be able to reach beyond the threshold. To you, Candybus, you are secretly upholded to the goddess of thresholds, and this is as ever a threshold as one could cross, and perhaps find yourself regarding that. And each of you begin to leave the mortal world behind, where the influence of Zeus, of Poseidon, Ares, Athena, their powers dwindle. And it is only Hades and the Chthonian gods' powers who grow in these places. And you leave, at last, Apollo's light behind as your ship makes its way into the cavern and beyond the light of the mortal world. You all find yourselves, indeed, on a long threshold, a place between life and death, earth and the underworld. Gaia, and Erebos. It is time. The wind recedes. There is no wind any longer. Oars are brought out, as they probably already would have been for this maneuvering. The riverway is certainly wide enough to hold your whole ship. And then some. In fact, if you were very careful, two pentacounters could probably cross one another. So it's a good amount of distance between each wall. Nothing to be too concerned about. The water recedes into an almost flat pane. This is like the first time you've been on a non-wavy water. This entire adventure, I think, actually, because you guys have been mostly land traveled. So the water just becomes eerily still and black. And you find yourselves sailing deeper into the maw of the underworld, dare I call it that. I would love for anyone who's interested, as you enter into the cavern of Tanarum, the mouth of the dead, may roll a religion check to understand which river they float upon in this moment.
No, which
Religion?
skill?
Religion, certainly religion.
Okay.
14.
Oh my god,
Nice.
there's so many dice on my screen.
I know.
I can't even see my character sheet.
Trying to get mine to roll.
I got an 8.
Okay, you're not sure, and that's fair. Vasaliki, what'd you get?
14.
14? You're not sure either, and that's fair. That makes sense.
I got a
Um,
4.
I got
Four.
a nat 20, but -1 to 19.
That'll be enough. Thrasius?
I'm trying to get mine to roll. The program's going a little slow.
Yeah, I had to refresh.
Okay, hang on. Hold on. 14 or 15, I think.
15.
15? So you and Dolion will know.
Yeah, 15.
There are many rivers that lead into the underworld that you must navigate. You are currently on the river Acheron. You look down and the water is just like all the stories you two have heard. The water is like black oil. Light does not penetrate it. You begin to find well, first and foremost, because you rolled well, I'll tell you to this, there is a magical effect to this place, or rather a reduction of magic. All healing is reduced within this cavern. More than that, you don't know what that means. You just know that magical healing is not as potent while on this river. You also know that terror is greater. It is much harder to resist the factors of fear as you move down this river. You are going to see on the shore, finally, ghostly people. Just off in the distance, you know, your soldiers pointed out first, and you guys look on. And as you move down the shoreline, you guys are going to see just faint, ethereal people. Citizens, warriors, nobles of all types stand next to each other. There is certainly no hierarchy down here. They just stand. They watch you go by. They do not groan. They do not plead. They are completely silent. They just silently acknowledge your passing, eerily so.
Do we see any faces that we recognize?
Make a perception check.
Okay. See if I can't roll any better today. $17.
Do you know of anyone who was not given the proper funerary rites? Who died?
I mean,
Does anyone stand out to you? You're a priest, so you often perform those rites, so the answer might just be no.
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe the King Aegis's brother?
Or King Aegeus himself.
Yeah. Is it King Aegeus here?
There are rites to ensuring a body finds its right afterlife, even if the body is not retrieved. They're very extreme, though. Like they require a monumental sacrifice. I have to imagine Athens would have done this for their
Okay.
king. So I'm going to say he's gone. Um, I'm going to say no then. I don't think there's anyone that you know of who wasn't shown proper funerary rites. Um, so no, you do not recognize anyone. You pass. Tension fills all of your various warriors as they slowly row down here. Um, as you continue down the river, awaiting danger, there is certainly one individual you are all perhaps going to recognize from myth. You see on a rather large riverboat, uh, making his way down the river in the opposite direction, half the size of your pentacounter, but steered by a single oar and a single black-robed figure. You see what could only be the boatman, the ferryman, Karen, excuse me. He begins to sail or make his way back in the opposite direction. Your warriors gasp in dismay. This is the man who ferries all to the land of the dead. He is as much a bad sight as a good one, and they know not how to feel. Um, would any of you have any reason to wish to stop Karen or to ask him a question or anything at all as he passes in the opposite direction? As he seems ancient and absolute in his duty.
Do you want to ask if Theseus and his dad were ferried across?
Yeah, I suppose it would be embarrassing if they weren't here and we come all this way.
Okay.
If he'll even answer.
I'll ask. I'll risk and smites it here. Great. Ryan is Charon, right?
Karen.
Karen.
Like
Great.
Karen, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Charon, great ferryman of the Underworld, was as King Aegeus and his son Theseus passage from one side of the river on the other on your great skiff.
He stops rowing, and turns to regard you. Under the shade of his hood, you see a very, very thin, emaciated face, like a corpse that has lost its lips. Um, and you do not think you wish to actually truly see underneath that hood, but what little you do see, you do not like. But from his voice comes an answer for a ferryman of his duty is probably quite bored and happy for the distraction. He says, "Indeed, some days ago I ferried Theseus and his father unto the underworld to face the judgment of Hades."
Thank you. And I guess in thanks to him, I will toss him a gold coin.
Should we hitch a ride with him so we don't have to
I
take
don't.
every...
Well, we're dead. I think he's busy.
You throw the coin to him, and he will take it, and he will send it back to you.
Oh.
And he says, "I cannot be bribed. I cannot be treated with unless there is a trade. If you wish, I will accept payment, but there will be rewards afterward. If you wish to unburden yourself of something you will never get back, I will pay it back in full. Surrender unto me in payment your name, your future, a memory, an item of power, and I will return it back to you in full favor and power.
Okay. I look to the others. Is there anything anyone wants to give up?
This is entirely an all of you choice, an individual choice. If any of you say no, you can say no. If someone wishes to surrender something, depending on what you surrender, it will be paid back in full by the ferryman, for he cannot be bribed. He can only be exchanged with. Coin for passage, one of these things for something more.
Vasaliki will step forward and say, I have a bargain for you in exchange.
Speak your bargain, Amazon.
You promise power, and I expect we'll need as much as we can get to survive our journey. So I will trade the memory of my first kill, the first beast I slew as a child.
For this, I would grant you skill. So long as you are in the Underworld, you will hold the power of this skill in exchange for this memory, but you will not get the memory back. Do you accept the bargain? Essentially, the translation is this. So if you give up this memory for all time, forever, to Charon, he will grant you proficiency of any kind, skill, tool, language, what have you, one proficiency of your choice, so long as you're in the Underworld. For that's where his power starts and ends.
Interesting. Um, uh, um, the memory of I don't know, that's a pretty precious memory. So I think she's going to have to decline the offer.
He makes no bid for for the offer to continue. He simply accepts that you're not willing, and that's okay. Thrasius?
The I'm proud to consider myself a child of Athena, but truth be told, she was not my birth mother. My birth mother was Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. It was a the correct term is it wasn't dryad. It was a naiad. Is that what it was called? It was a
A naiad is a
it was something like that. It was
yeah, a naiad.
The water spirit.
Yeah,
it wasn't
exactly. A naiad is a nymph of the water.
a nymph. It was a nymph of some kind. Yeah,
Yeah.
my mother was a nymph. I've only ever met her once in my entire life.
When you were born.
Like, shuts up. I don't like being reminded of my age. For in exchange for aid in our journey, I'll grant you a memory of only time I've ever met her. What the image of her face and her name.
Would you like to tell us her name before you give your memory away?
I feel like that's cheating almost.
You mean to cheat the bargain?
I do not.
And if you give me all memory of your mother, it is as well good as taking your name, for I would remove from you. Actually, I'll leave this to you. Giving up a name is a bit of it's not just about like the name. right? Oh, I can't call myself Thrasius anymore, right? It's not about that. A name is more like a family name, right? It's your connection to your family. So he can either take the memory from you, and then, these familial connections will still exist, though you've forgotten, or you can give up your relationship to her. You can give up your, you know, having been birthed by her, any connection to her. And that would take not only your memory of her, but that would take all memory of your relationship to her from the world. And it would be like she was never your mother at all. One certainly grants more power than the other. Would you renounce your relationship in all ways to your mother, or just the memory of her?
So it's, to be clear, it's either the two choices, one's more powerful than the other.
Yeah.
The
You
less
either just
powerful
give
one
up
is
your memories of your mother, or you give up basically being her son in all memory and in all ways, in which she would not recognize you, you would not recognize her, nor would anyone else, or recognize you two as anything related. Basically, that part of your story of having a mother's gone forever.
I'll just be Thrasius who never had a mom.
Okay, you wish to surrender your mother.
And that's what the consequence would be. I'm saying.
I understand. Yeah, yeah. Well, the consequence is that you don't have a mother anymore. You have Athena, but you have no birth mother anymore, and you never will.
Surely you
I,
did, but there's just no record of it. Nobody
yeah,
remembers.
I don't have a birth certificate anymore.
Yeah, there would be no memory or acknowledgement in all things of your relationship to her.
But I would remember making this deal.
You don't remember making the deal. You wouldn't remember. There's no real loophole to it. It would be like, if you do this, you will gain a great boon, but you will have no recollection of your mother. Your mother will have no recollection of you, nor anybody will have knowledge of who your mother is. You would be effectively orphaning yourself from your mother forever.
Lady Goddess Athena, guide me. All right, ferryman. We have a deal.
Very well.
Athena is my mother from from now till the day I die.
Okay. You surrender. And I think there's like a moment of I think there's like
Her name
an
was
under
Iris, and now
sorry.
her name was Iris, and now it's gone.
Iris is still out there. Iris is still alive.
Yeah.
But none of you well, maybe you guys have heard the name, but you don't know in what relationship, like when it mattered. She herself somewhere forgets ever growing large with child and giving birth to one. She'll forget having a child, being a mother. Your father will
I mean,
probably.
didn't you say she had like 8 kids?
No, my dad is like 14.
Oh,
I have
okay,
like
okay.
14 siblings on my dad from my dad's side. My dad gets around a lot.
Gotcha. Heard.
Essentially, in this moment, Thrasius, you know that you were birthed from some woman. You don't know who that is, and you never will. You only know that you did sacrifice this. You sacrificed your mother and your relationship to her. And in this moment,
for the
you
glory
guys
of
will see,
Athens.
and in this moment, you guys are going to see it's very slight, but Thrasius seems slightly ethereal now. Like he doesn't seem completely real. Like he's still mostly solid, but there's like a good 20% of etherealness to him now, where like when he moves a little swiftly, you could kind of see through him just barely. Like he is, lost a part of his reality. But in exchange, you will have, you're going to have advantage on all persuasion checks in the underworld
Okay. Wow.
as you understand loss. Is there anyone else who would make a deal with the ferryman?
Advantage on all persuasion checks. Okay.
I'm afraid my memories are too precious to give away.
You could give up your future or a magic item. I like magic items.
Oh, you like magic items, do you?
I love magic items.
As a matter of fact, I have a spare lyre just hanging around.
Ah,
We
awesome.
need that liar. Please don't.
No, 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 no. We don't need this one. I will give him my the first lyre I got from Hermes, the Vane's Virtuoso's lyre.
Incredible. He will accept the lyre, and he says, "A lyre of Hermes. Good." He will take it and leave it on his boat, and he will say, "You will have benefit soon. You will see it when it arrives. You
But
will be paid in full."
what? I just gotta wait around? I just
Not, not for very long, I promise. I'm
and
gonna
on
hold it in escrow until you're. I can just teleport everything here. No, but he says, "Be assured."
Thrasius turned invisible. That was pretty instant.
He will look to Thrasius and say, "He has lost part of who he is, and thus he has lost part of his mortal form. You have given me something material, and be assured, a material will be on its way to you and will arrive at your moment of need."
Understood. Thank you, Ferry.
And he will look to the rest of you and say, "Is there anything else you would trade before venturing into the dark?" It's an uncommon item, the lyre.
Yeah, uncommon item.
Got it. Since there's no response, he will nod, and he will say, "A fine diversion. Beware, the living should not pass. Beware, you may die." And he will continue his sail down the river and away. Understood. You will continue down the river. The river is going to grow. There will be writings on the wall in a language you may not understand. Does anyone understand if infernal or abyssal?
Primordial at all? Any up there?
Yes.
It says, "You who travel here are upon the river Styx. Drink from the water and have returned to you what you've lost." I will
Uh,
say you specifically, I think, would also know that there's a counterpoint to the river Styx where something may be gained that was lost. You could certainly possibly lose everything you have if you're not careful. River Styx is very dangerous.
How would one go about being careful?
Not drinking from the river.
Oh, the Blackwater?
Drinking from the black oily water, yeah, maybe not. That would be the only way to go about it safe.
It's probably best not to even touch it.
When they say recover what was lost, are they mainly talking about like memories that you might have bargained? Or
Yeah. You know that Hades is the god of wealth. And that wealth comes in many forms. The things that are lost are often considered to have gone to the underworld. So if there is something that you have lost in your life, whether it be a memory, whether it be anything really, it probably can be returned to you. But the river is dangerous and perilous.
What about a whole prince?
Probably not an entire person, because that's not something you lost.
Hmm.
What if one were to be carefully dipped in this river?
Probably die.
No, not worth it.
Probably fucking die. Is what would happen.
I'm willing to leave a portion of my heel exposed, if that's helpful.
For those of you who want to try and cheese this and gain immortality as Achilles did, please recall that Achilles was dipped in the river Styx by a goddess when he was a baby. So there was probably some divine shit going on there that kept him from fucking dying immediately. So
All about the
Eh,
divine
I'll-
shit.
That's the DM saying, no, none of you fucks are
I
getting
think
immortal.
I'm saying I'm not gonna turn you into Achilles.
So stay on
I
that
can't
fucking
gain
ship.
resistance to all damage, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you'll meet Achilles one day, and Achilles will have his cool thing, and you guys will have your cool thing.
And we will have to fight. And we will have to fight him in the final fight of the game.
Maybe, maybe not. Depends if you decide to be friends with him or not.
probably a dick.
Yeah, most
Achilles? Yeah,
Dude.
probably.
people in Greek mythology are dicks. You kidding me?
Yeah. No, Achilles rocks, dude. Achilles is the best.
Yeah.
Got an idea, Romulus. I will just hold you by the ankles while over the ship edge.
No.
While you just get like a little sip, and then I'll pull you back over before anything bad can happen.
Did something happen? Is there something in the air here? Is there
No.
vapors over this water? I wouldn't get
Romulus-
close to it.
Romulus, I demand you do not listen to her.
That's just gonna make me do it more.
I can, excuse me. I can use my own intuition to know that drinking from the river Styx is not.
I was hoping you'd give it a try.
Let's stay focused on the mission, please.
I have far too much to live for.
Fair enough.
Would you like me to dunk you into the river Styx?
Oh no.
No, you go first. No, you go
Alright.
first. No, you
Right.
go first. No, you go first.
So you're completely open to someone else doing it, not yourself.
Oh, you specifically.
Oh, me? Wow.
Yeah.
Is this an attempt on my life?
No, of course not. I mean, you said it could be good, so.
To be clear, you wouldn't die. If you went in there, you wouldn't die. You just lose everything.
Ah,
There are things worse than death.
Let's just keep going, okay, please.
It's like we've been here for 10 minutes, people.
Yes.
There are many cool things in the underworld.
we'll have plenty of time to
Get it on the way back.
drink from the waters. Yes.
Okay, you guys abstain from drinking from the blackish, oily waters of the river Styx. You continue to sail down the river, or row down the river, as you will. Um, you'll continue on. The cavern will continue as it goes. Um, for the last 20, 30 minutes, since you started seeing these forlorn spirits on the shore of this cavern, they have not ceased. They've just been, it's been an endless, endless, endless row. Um, you've seen dozens, maybe getting into the hundreds of people just standing on the shore forlornly, quietly, just watching you pass. As you make your way over the Blackish River. And eventually, you'll see the cavern open up before you, and a great mooring will become present. The Great Black River opens into what looks to be an ambiguously perfect dock for a pentacounter. It is a stone dock, and it is perfectly shaped. It has tie-offs. It is perfect for your ship, and it welcomes you. The cavern will continue some ways deeper. Um, and Captain Sass is like, all right, more of the ship. It seems that this is where the ship ends. The ship begins to end there. The warriors, with some kind of dread about them, they get to pick up their shields and spears and prepare to disembark. Your 50 warriors, indeed do so disembark, and prepare to forward with you forth into the underworld. Um, your trials begin here. You have made it to the threshold, now only to descend further still. You bring your warriors, I assume?
I thought we couldn't.
Yeah, I
thought it would
didn't
be
really
safe.
think we could.
Do you want them to defend the ship?
You can do whatever you want.
I mean, I guess it depends on the
What?
vibe we want to give. You know?
Take these 50 souls for the one we come to retrieve.
What?
I think
We
towards
give you a good
no.
price.
Yeah.
Dark.
No.
You can throw them at Cerberus, and you guys can sneak in the back while he's busy.
No, that's terrible.
They'll probably all die, but
Do we know of Thrasius's charm, or
I think only Candybus and Thrasius know of the charm.
oh, well, I've got my love potion, so you know.
Now you just need a giant dog for him to look
I
at.
got my honey
I
cake.
can't wait for next session where we spend the whole session of you guys like trying like different. Okay, that one didn't work either. And you're like, well, I mean, they might work. I'm not saying anything, but just like the funny like I don't know, like cartoon of like, okay, plan A, and then
I
plan B, and plan C, and plan D, and plan
I
E.
have a new idea that I think might be.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Plenty.
Yeah, I think that Candybus should play the siren song.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
Well, then let us simply say, as we are getting to be that time, you guys take presumably your 50 warriors. Captain Saz is like, I'll watch the ship. You guys got it. Good job. I'm proud of you. You take your 50 warriors who carefully make their in with behind all of you, but ready to follow your bidding. And eventually you make your way through the cavern to see great sealed black stone obsidian doors scrawled with endless hellish runes of protection. And resting in front of it is a massive, black-furred, scarred, and vicious three-headed dog with a poisonous serpentine tail. As one of the three heads slumbers, the other two watch around cautiously of any who would dare intrude. The ground is littered with bones. You are not the first people who have attempted this, but you may be the first to succeed. Many have come, many have tried, and all have died and fed Cerberus. And now this great and legendary beast lays before you. And next session, we will see if you can pass the trial of Cerberus. For he is mighty but you are many.
Oh,
One
we're gonna
such
have to
as me.
fight the dog, aren't we?
We're gonna
Yeah.
have to fight
Oh,
the
you can't.
We're gonna have to
We're gonna
fight
have
the
to-
dog.
We're gonna have like I feel like some of our guys are gonna have to be doggy food.
No.
Well, I know we've had a little bit of I don't know if you feel like it's been dragging lately, but I felt like we had to have that like last breath of
Mhm.
life before we really get into the nitty-gritty of the darkness of the underworld. But be assured we are certainly there. The true trials and the darkness and the heroism begins now.
We should have bought
Uh,
up. I'm sorry. We should have bought up a giant like steak or something for him.
yeah, I'm sure steak and honey cakes is gonna is gonna okay, you're good. Holy shit, is this a tomahawk steak? Yeah, you guys are good. Get in
Nobody
there.
ever thought to bring one of these.
One of the ones from the Flintstones. The
Cerberus is like, literally, all I want is like a decent steak.
Hmm.
If you I want 3 decent steaks.
And rub my belly.
And I'm a dog. Cool, guys. I'm excited. Next session, Cerberus. I get to whip out my stat block for Cerberus.
Oh boy, this is gonna be.
Really, it's 4 heads if you count the snake.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I think like it's technically 4. Fuck.
Yeah, he's gonna. It's true. It's true. Well, hey, maybe
Okay.
take some with a serpentine tail. So
Okay.
Does the tail move independently? Like if the 3 heads are asleep, is it still awake?
Like there's a snake mouth at the end of the tail is what
it-
I need to know.
Is it sentient on its own though? Is the
Oh
question.
yes, that is specifically the point of the snake. It's definitely like a green like fanged serpentine tail. You're like, I would not want to. It's like, would it be worse to get a bite from the tail or the head? That's the question.
We don't have a great history with snakes in this party either.
I don't like chicken burrito, but fine.
Snakes are a big thing in ancient Greece. Like
Yeah.
He's got lots of well, he defeated Python, but he's got like all these pictures of like snakes and everything. So. But yeah.
It's like, hey, we helped Crocopus. Does that help?
All right, guys. I'm excited for next session. We'll see what you guys got.
Try to figure out something, but hey,
We'll figure
It'll
it
be
out.
fine.
It'll be great.
yeah, it'll be fine.
There'll
And
be
then
no
we have to deal with
consequences.
Hades. And then we
Yeah.
got to deal with Hades.
We're only going to win, and I'm not going to have any consequences.
And then we have to convince the Hades to let us leave somehow. It's up he cares about justice enough, but hey.
Alrighty,
See you,
see you next week.
see you
Good
next
session, guys.
week.
Bye.